I don't have time to worry about that right now. All right, here we go. 10 seconds. Do-do-do-do-do-boo. All right, here we go. Why is it not going? Where is it? Why is it not going? What the heck just happened? You know what? We're going to just go with it. Coming down, 3, 2, 1.
The following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production. Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
EC Radio, Disruption Networks. EC Radio, Disruption Networks.
You know, Chicken, I could never get it right.
Oh, I'm on.
Man, I muted you too. I could never get it right. A hoedown edition of EC Radio. Big ups to our buddy John Nolan from Taking Back Sunday for taking time out of his busy day to join us here on EC Radio. And we also have another guest with us today. Big day today, bro. Big day today.
Big.
We also have on the Skype line with us right now, actor, comedian, writer. I mean, he's got a lot of accolades. Christopher Wolfe joining us via Hollywood right now. Christopher, how are you, man? Good to see you.
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Good. I'm gonna wait. Let me crank you up a little bit. See, always technical difficulties over here. You got your kid with you. What's your child's name?
It is. What should we call her today? We'll call her. No, it's Noble.
Hi, Noble. You cutie. What a cutie. Thank you so much for joining us, man. Now, you've done a bunch of stuff. You've been acting, comedian, writer, Sharknado, Parks and Rec. You've done a lot of stuff. And I was talking to you earlier, and I went through a lot of interviews that you did periodically throughout the years.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like everybody asks you the same old question over and over and over again, you know. So I wanted to do something. I wanted to do something different with you, since you're out there living in Hollywood and we're up here in upstate New York. Give us some good stories you can tell. I want to hear some cool stories, some cool Hollywood stories.
Oh, you know, talk to me in 10 years when I have more success. I'll give you stories. I don't know if they're not good stories. Like the guys who have been like killing it, they have the good stories. Let's see, what are some stories I have though? One of my fun ones was I was in Beverly Hills auditioning for something, and I had my buddy with me who was rehearsing lines with me, and we're on a like some just side streets. There's not much going on, and it's a horse scene, so I'm actually yelling around. Oh,
is that pledging?
There we go. So I'm yelling on the street, and you know, bloody murder. I mean, it's a real intense scene, and some lady like comes over and like screams, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you scared me!" And so I was like, "Oh gosh, shoot!" And I look over, and it's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh,
and she's like, "Oh, you're an actor. Oh, great. You know what? You're gonna get the part. You're that was great." And it was fun to be able to trick her at least for a second. I didn't get the part though. So.
Did you get a chance? Did you ever get a chance to work with her?
Say it again.
Did you ever get a chance to work with her?
No, I've never worked with her. No, that was my working with her right there.
Your 3 seconds right there.
Yeah, 3 second unpaid working with her. Yeah.
Nice, man. Give me a good pinch me moment, though. Being out there in Hollywood, I'm sure there's got to be a few pinch me moments. Pinch me, I can't believe I'm at this moment right now.
Yeah, exactly. Other than this moment.
Other than this moment.
Yeah. Let's see. Well, the first would be working with these two comedians I really love, Andy Daly and Jeff Blitz. They had this show called Review that was on for 2 seasons on Comedy Central, and Andy Daly I've followed for a while, and I've seen him at UCB performing, and he's great, such a great guy. And I got cast in this reoccurring role, and it was all interactions with him. I got to do a whole wrestling fight scene with him, do a lot of improv with him, and he's if you YouTube Andy Daly, he has some amazing stand-up and just really funny sketch work he's done. That was a pinch me moment because I felt like, Jeff Blitz has been Oscar nominated and he's brilliant. He directs Trial and Error right now with John Lithgow, and so that was really fun pinch me moment. Another one that's not really professional, but I was just walking to the bathroom in this nice hotel one time, and this stunning person walked right by me with her daughter and just looks right in my eyes, and we had this little moment, and I was just mesmerized. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I realized it was Angelina Jolie.
Oh wow.
And we had this about 3 second eye lock, and it was changed my life.
Speaking of changing life, what got you into acting? Was there somebody that broke you into the business, or was it just an aspiration of yours for years? Or
no, I kind of fell into it in college. I was an international relations major, and I wanted to go into diplomacy or work for the State Department. And I took an acting class my freshman year and just fell in love with it and started doing extra work. Met a director on set, a small director who said, if you want to get in the business, talk to me. And he got me a commercial agent, and then he ended up mentoring me for a while. And he was really good. And so that helped a little bit too. But I mean, there's been several people over the years that have helped me out, but you always need help. I think at every stage of the game. Yeah,
no doubt. Are you a full-time actor, or do you have a side gig?
Right now, I mean, it's so. I'd say the last 2 years have been much more rough, and so I've leaned more heavily on my wife as my subsidy. But yeah, I haven't waited tables in 10 years now.
Oh yeah.
So,
now, do you get residuals for the stuff that you've done?
Oh yeah. I mean, most of them are annoying because they're like $1.35.
Right.
But there's some, they're like, oh yeah, oh wow, it's usually never in the thousands. Sometimes it is, but it's mostly below that.
Right.
It's a lot of.
I want to play with your kid.
No, yeah.
She sounds like she's having a good time over there.
The most joyful being you'll ever meet. Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 1.
She's 1? Ah.
Yeah.
You got your hands full, pal, huh?
I do, yeah. Stay-at-home dad right now.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Good.
You mentioned doing fight scenes and doing improv and stuff like that. Were you ever into any kind of martial arts or boxing or any of that stuff? Or?
Oh yeah, I mean, I took a karate class one time, and so that was all I needed really to work. No, I didn't really have much martial arts stuff. I've taken MMA for a while. I mean, but not sparring. I mean, just training at a gym to where they kick your butt so much where you're just in top shape.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've done quite a few like little stunts, little fight scene stunts that are not really professional, but they sold it on screen.
She's cracking me up.
She wants to do the interview.
Yeah.
She does.
She's so cute. Hi. You know what? If you could see me, she'd probably start crying. So that's good. And so do you make working out part of your regiment, your daily regiment and stuff like that? Doing training and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's more of a thing where it keeps you mentally sharp and disciplined because you know, there's an extent where you can spend so much time in the gym, and it's like, well, it's not really making much of a difference unless you're really gonna go crazy. And I don't want to spend that kind of time. So, but there is something about getting your heart rate up and moving and getting going. And things, you know?
You sound better than Pileggi, kid.
Yeah,
that's funny. You do got your hands full. That's great, man. It's absolutely.
It's a blast.
What do you have on your plate now? Do you have any gigs coming up anytime soon? I know you've been doing a bunch of comedy too, right?
Yeah. So I have a gig at the Comedy Store on August 17th. I just did one last Friday, and then we're in the process of producing a show. We don't have a date for it yet. So we do a lot of comedy with that. Nothing coming out soon. It's just all I'm writing. I have 2 screenplays in the works and a bunch of sketches. We're pitching this web series right now. That's we're pitching it for TV, but you know, you most likely it'll be a web series. And just like projects like that.
We got a network for you.
We got a network for you right here on the D.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
So you guys stream content?
So we
absolutely.
stream content.
Oh, yeah.
We do podcasting content, webcasting.
Yeah.
We have like 7 different shows on the network right now. A lot of sports. We do a lot of sports. There's a baseball podcast.
Real estate show, Home Free. We have the hip hop show.
Right, we have a hip hop show,
Beats and Bizz.
Nice.
baseball, football podcast. There's a wrestling podcast, and of course EC Radio, and
Football,
so we're
baseball, yep.
we're doing our thing, man. We're about I know we are funny, kid. we're about a year and a half old over here in
Nice.
at the D. So just chugging along, trying to create good content is what we do.
Yeah, that's great. So you guys are all from Buffalo then, or are you guys?
Utica.
We're from Utica.
Utica, sorry.
Yeah,
near.
we're right in the central of New York, right in the asshole, if you will, of New York.
We're the assholes of New York.
We
yes.
are the assholes of New York for sure. We're in the good part of New York, though. Have you ever been to upstate New York, Chris?
I never have. No.
See, people get this misconstrued with downstate, with New York, Brooklyn, Manhattan, all that, and that's the concrete jungle. And where we are it's beautiful. I mean, where there's mountains and it's green and rivers and
We're close to the Adirondack Mountains.
Yeah, we're in the Adirondack
Oh,
Mountains.
nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's really beautiful. A lot of people get it confused with the city. Like when I'm away, if I go away out of town or out of state somewhere, and I mention New York, they automatically associate it with Manhattan or Queens or something like that. I'm like, no, I'm in the good part of New York.
Yeah.
Where you can breathe.
Are you guys? How far outside the city are you? Like, would you say 4 hours, 3 hours?
About 3 hours, 3.5.
Yeah.
We have way better food.
I've been to Storm King. Have you been to Storm King before?
I haven't. What's that now?
It's about an hour and a half or 2 hours outside of the city.
Okay.
I want to say north. It's a giant like sculpture garden. That's and we drove through. I want to say dozens of apple orchards and farms, and it was beautiful. So I guess that counts as upstate a little bit, 2 hours north. But
Absolutely.
yeah, it's so beautiful out there.
Well, people downstate consider Yonkers as upstate. It's like right there,
That makes sense.
It is funny though, because if I'm in New York City, they're like, "Where you're from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from upstate New York," and they're like, "Well, this is upstate
Poughkeepsie?
New York."
Yeah, that's what they call Poughkeepsie. They don't think we're really close to Syracuse. If you're familiar with Syracuse, New York,
Oh yeah.
that's where you can find us. Home of the Orangemen. We're big Orangemen
Yeah, the Orangemen
fans
yeah.
around here. Did you grow up playing sports at all, Chris?
Yeah, I did football, wrestling, and track, and then I also played baseball for 9 years.
9 years.
Wow.
So you played?
Yeah, I mean from like 8 years old up.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I'm thinking farm system here.
yeah. No, not quite.
Yeah. Do you ever get in a batting cage anytime and try to crack it out a little bit?
Recently.
No.
Not recently. We have one that's I just found nearby, and so I want to get over there. Yeah, those are so much fun.
Yeah.
Gosh, you guys play sports?
Yeah, growing up, we all did. Well,
Yeah.
not Pileggi.
No, I do. It's pizza.
Pizza.
Pocket pool.
Challenging.
I'm a big football fan. Big football and NBA basketball. And
Who do you root for in baseball? You're out there in L.A. There's a lot of people to root for out there.
Oh, well, Padres. I grew up in San Diego. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I'll root for the Dodgers if they're not playing the Padres. But we grew up hating the Dodgers, so it's a really tough. It's a tough thing there.
That's one team
Yeah.
I'd love to see the Padres get it together one of these days. They got some young talent down there. They just need to develop,
they keep giving away. They get them good and then they give them away.
Yes.
You know, it's tough.
Yeah.
Who's your football team?
Well, Chargers, but and now they're up here now. But I feel so bad because nobody's a Chargers fan up there. Everyone hates the Chargers. Well, not everyone. It's mostly a Raider fan territory, even though they've been gone for, 15 years now or more. And it's so, yeah, it's a big rivalry between the Raiders and the Chargers, and so they just kind of moved to their old enemy turf, and the owners are the worst people in the world.
Really?
That's an overstatement. It's an overstatement, but you know what I mean.
And now you got the Rams out there.
Where sports owners go.
Yeah. You think people? You think the Raiders fans stay loyal when they move to Vegas?
Yeah, they stayed loyal with them being in Oakland too. It's
True.
It's more of a I think it's more of like, of course I'm biased, but it's more of like a dark fascination where you kind of all sports is about identity. You identify with yourself with a team because of one reason or another. But there's something about the Raiders that are, it's like all dark colors, and they're, it's the
bad boys.
A pirate. It's a very like dark character. So it's like there's an attraction to that, like, I'm afraid in my own life, and so I can identify with this. So I'm a Raider fan. So it's a cover people hide under. That's my take on it.
You're probably not a hockey fan, are you? Though, being out there in
no, actually, a good story with that. We have this Ted Leitner is a newscaster down in San Diego. I don't know if he is anymore, but he was. And so he would go through all the sports, and he was very popular down in San Diego. He'd go through, all right, football, and he'd go through, spend like 20 minutes. He'd go through baseball, all those 20 minutes, and then he'd go, hockey, 2-1, 1-3, 1-1. He wouldn't even say the team names. He would just go through the numbers. But no, I mean, we had the San Diego Gulls, which is an IHL team.
Yep.
And it was one of the best IHL teams, and I don't know if they won a lot, but they would always beat up a lot of people. So
yes, they did.
Games were fun to see, a lot of fights. It was like going to a boxing match.
Or like the Raiders games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is, gosh, there's so many fights at those games.
Oh,
Chargers and Raiders, yeah.
They're synonymous with all those fights in the parking lot, and fans getting beat up because of wearing another team's colors and stuff. That's all gotta stop.
Let me ask you: is Phillip Rivers a Hall of Famer?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Really?
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, his stats alone, he's held back by two things. He's held back by owners that won't get him the team he needs, and consistently hire managers who they can control and use as puppets rather than someone who can, like Schottenheimer, who can really lead a team. And he's hamstrung by his own lack of leadership. He's not a good leader, which obviously is a huge part of being a quarterback, but you cannot deny the raw talent. He's extremely talented, and that's even being on a mediocre team for so long, his stats still line up.
I did on my podcast, I compared his stats with Eli Manning because we were saying, if he never left, they never made that trade, and his stats by far blow Eli's away.
Yeah. But Eli's got those 2 important Super Bowl rings
because of the defense. But whatever,
they still won regardless. But he got MVP both times. So
yeah. And Manning's also, from he has such a rich heritage of leadership from his older brother and his dad. So they've taught them how to lead a team, And Phillip Rivers is like I always describe him as I love him. I really do. But he's like a big puppy, and then it kind of grew into his own where he could like really know how to motivate others.
I feel like Eli's that way too. He's that big baby sometimes. He's always.
He definitely. Actually, that's true. He definitely is a baby, but something must have rubbed off on him with Archie and Peyton.
Yeah.
It's
true story. Hey, what kind of music are you digging these days? Any bands out there we should know about that you listen to?
Yeah, Johnny Swim.
Johnny Swim.
Johnny Swim is an awesome band. They're just the most like fun music you can listen to. It's just fun and heartfelt. It's a husband and wife, and they're in love with each other, and they're and they just have there's so much talent. So much. Her the wife's mom is Donna Summers.
Oh wow.
Donna Summers, and so she comes from like a rich heritage too, and so they have a very musical family, and like just outstanding. music. Who else? No one can compare to them. But let's see. Who else is I'm listening to now? I mean, gosh, I just that's like the band that like no one is talking about that need to be talking about. But other than that, I listen to all the like famous stuff. I like Drake. I like Justin Timberlake. I like, of course, I like U2, and
We like you too.
yeah, you have to like U2. I mean, it's yeah. They did a poll one time in Variety, the entertainment magazine did a poll, and it was they asked people like from all the executives and like producers, actors, musicians, and they said like, who's your favorite band, who's your favorite restaurant, what's your favorite whatnot, but everyone's all across the board, but everyone's favorite concert except for like one person was U2.
Wow,
and it's really interesting. Like there's this something they do with their concerts that it's amazing.
Have you seen U2 in concert before?
Yes, twice.
Yeah.
The 360 tour was one of the most. It was a spiritual experience. I gotta say, it was something out of this world. They had the astronauts on live feed. They were up in a space station talking to us. They had this freedom fighter from Burma, like speaking to us live, who'd just been released. They had all kinds of. It was a really powerful event.
Do you frequent a lot of concerts being out there in LA?
I should, but it's like you get there's just so much to do and there's so much going on that it's not as often as I'd like. Like what's the last thing? I saw Joshua Tree out at the Rose Bowl, the Joshua Tree tour, and that was great. Lumineers opened for them, and they were great.
Nice. Being from San Diego, you familiar with Sidecar?
The donuts or the
band?
I'm familiar with the donuts.
Of
I
course
don't know about the
donuts. Are the best donuts I've ever had in my life.
What are the donuts here? Like, I'm interested in these donuts.
It's in Santa Monica and it's in Newport Beach. These things are they're expensive, but they're. I mean, I don't know what they do. They put something powerful in them.
It's crack, yeah.
They put crack in them.
You might be addicted, Chris. I don't know. I want to see somebody.
Nope.
I'm in rehab for donuts.
Yeah, that powder you see is crack cocaine. So
it tastes so good.
I can't stop.
Why am I getting hungrier?
It's your lips. It just tastes.
So, Chris, back to comedy. Do you do some improv comedy? Do you like to? What's your favorite kind of comedy to do?
Oh gosh, it varies. I mean, they're all different beasts. I can't say I have a favorite one. I love improv. I love stand up. Yeah, gosh, I've laughed equally as hard as I think it. I'd say improv, just because there's more moving pieces.
Uh-huh.
It's not harder by any means, but it's just more moving pieces, and so when you see something on stage, it's really powerful.
When you do a set, Chris, like at the store, like how long does
Say it again?
When you do a set at the store, like how long does it usually run till? Like is it 5-10 minutes?
Oh, the sets you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, about 8 minutes usually. Yeah,
wow.
I haven't done over 8 minutes yet, so
Okay.
I'm working on that.
Because some
They haven't given me that, so
that's pretty generous though. Because like most people, when they do the store or something, some people only get 3 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I bring people too. You bring people to the show.
Oh, right.
You get, let me get her some food here.
Let me feed my child. Let me throw some crackers at her.
Watch him start breastfeeding her.
Some...
Chris will be talking. It's enough here. Eat.
You could throw this into your stand-up routine, actually.
The tight set I have now is just about being a parent and a husband.
Okay.
But I have stuff from all different categories. But I like to keep it like if it's only going to be 7 to 8 minutes, I like to keep it like theme based, because if you jump around, people don't get a clearer idea of who you are, and so at least there's like there's that stay-at-home dad guy, like, or that's the that's the bad husband guy. You know, like it's like easy to digest.
Right.
Yeah.
I just going back real quick. How did you get involved with Sharknado?
Okay. And
Right.
And I went in. They said they wanted a Russian, and so I went in. I have some Russian friends. I practiced. I'm a double agent. You know Putin really well. So I rehearsed and went in there, and they said, okay, say some things in Russian, and so I just spouted out some Russian phrases I knew, and I got the part, and I got to play this like Russian mobster in this movie, and half my lines were in Russian, so it was really fun.
Yeah.
And then from that, the same production company did Sharknado, and so I got a call on a Wednesday night, and they said, "Hey, do you want a part in this movie? It's called Dark Skies, and it shoots tomorrow morning. Can you be there?" And I was like,
Wow.
"Oh, yeah, I can be there." And so I don't know if someone dropped out or what, or they had to like recast somebody, but so I showed up next day, and I saw some of my childhood people who were in, like Steve from 90210 and
Right.
what's her name? I always forget her name, but yeah, I played her boyfriend on the
Tara
show.
Reid?
Tara Reid. Yeah, Tara Reid. Yeah.
From American Pie. Yeah,
I haven't seen her name in the headlines in a while.
Right, exactly. You should remember your girlfriend's name.
Yeah.
So yeah, I showed up and I was like, oh, okay, cool. And so there's a movie about, there's a flood, and then there's a shark in the house because there's a flood, and I'm like, okay, that's conceivable, I guess, And then I mentioned, someone said something on set about how like there was a tornado at one point too, and I was like, but I didn't even pay attention to it. And then like 3 months later, I see on IMDb they changed the name to Sharknado, and I was like,
God.
oh gosh, like I'm taking that off I'm gonna have that on my IMDb page.
Right.
So I was no joke gonna take that off my account, and then the next day it came out, and of course went viral.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I'll leave it on.
And
It was called Dark Skies.
That's really interesting because there is a horror movie that came out a few years ago called Dark Skies. And,
really?
Yeah, it was about like this alien invasion, and I was like, no shit, like I didn't know Chris Wolfe was in Dark Skies.
Yeah. No. Yeah, they just they always had different names for these things,
right?
Kind of like high, but yeah, that was a brilliant title.
That's incredible. What was the premiere like when you went?
Oh, it was fun. It was downtown, and they had like before pre-parties and after parties, and
right.
That was my first time being like legitimately interviewed on a red carpet. Like I'd been interviewed on a red carpet before, but
right.
It's like it was like not these kind of it was not on live television, and so that was fun. I had to bring like 12 people, and we all got to sit together, and it was in a giant screen. It was on it's downtown. I forget the name of it. Some giant IMAX screen, and so it was a good time. It was
awesome.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I got to be honest with you. I haven't seen Sharknado, but did you get a chance to make out with Tara Reid?
No. Thankfully, no. No. She's
Thankfully.
Thankfully, if my wife's listening, thankfully. If not, well.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Even the idea of kissing someone else is just
That would be horrible.
No. I didn't. You don't need to see it. If you do see it, watch it on Mystery Science Theater.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only way to watch it. Like my most memorable experience of watching it was when they had like a live event where they had 13 comics doing commentary while it was going on, and it was so fun.
That's awesome.
It was yeah. The rest of it, it's hard to digest sometimes.
Now you were on Park and Recs too, right?
Yeah.
So you were in was that the later season, right?
Yeah, it was. I want to say season 5 or 6, maybe. I can't remember how many seasons they've done, but yeah, it's the farmers market episode.
Yes.
I'll have to go back and watch that one.
With the super good-looking people.
Yeah.
And then the old lady tried to show her cleavage, and she's like, "No."
Oh yes, exactly. Good memory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's great.
Yeah.
So did you have anything on the do you get scripts handed to you and stuff like that? Here, check this out. Do you got anything on your desk right now? that you're looking at?
No, not at all, not at all. I mean, I have friends who say, "Hey, man, you want to do this for free?" Like that's what I have.
Right.
Funny, we just
Hey,
had
man,
the same
you
conversation.
want to do what you love for free?
Is there no script, Christopher, that has all the good-looking men in Hollywood? You included Leo, obviously, Gosling. Is that script happening or no?
yeah. No, it's not. It's the Good Looking People's Club.
Yeah. Right.
They couldn't get funding because no one can agree. Everyone wants to be the star.
It'd be like the Avengers of handsome people.
Right.
Yeah.
Was
Would
it
be
an old
the
Married
Jimmy
with Children
Kimmel
bit?
You know.
That's so funny.
Was that an old Married with Children bit that they had all like a secret society of good-looking people?
I don't know.
I don't know. I never saw that. Yeah.
That's funny.
What were some of your influences getting you into acting? You have some acting influences out there?
Russell Crowe. I mean, seeing him in L.A. Confidential, and then
Great
The
movie.
Insider, and then Gladiator. I mean, gosh, it was just he's amazing. I mean, when I first saw him cry in L.A. Confidential, I was like, oh gosh, like that's gosh. What's another? Well, actually, the first time I mean, it's not a person. Well, it's a writer, but the first time I read Henry the Fifth, the Shakespeare play, I was like, oh gosh, this part was written for me. Like I was like, okay, that's an amazing. The St. Crispin's Day speech is one of the greatest speeches I've read, and that was like, oh yeah, that's amazing. Anything by Arthur Miller, like I read The Man Who Had All the Luck, and then of course, I mean, I like The Crucible, but actually I like Death of a Salesman a lot more. And when I read those things, I'm like, oh my gosh, he had his finger on the pulse of American life back then, and still does to this day. And I read that, and I'm like, oh gosh, this story needs to be told, and so it makes me want to act and bring it out.
Are you in the type of position, Chris, where if there's a project you're really, really passionate about, could you get the equipment? Could you get the production crew together? Like, is that something you would want to do in the future?
Yes, I'd want to do it in the future. Am I in a position now? I mean, I could do a film for like $50,000, which would like just barely crack into Sundance, like that kind of thing. I mean, what's so nice is that the quality of cameras now is so accessible. So I mean that's not the hard thing now. It's just getting the right. It's actually the post work, the editing and the marketing is really the most expensive part, I'd say. But you can put together something for quite cheap these days.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is there anything you're binge watching right now?
Yeah, Friday Night Lights.
Oh wow!
I heard that was really good.
It's amazing. I mean, it's long overdue. I've been hearing about it for years, and so it's incredible. The storylines, there's no character that's dull or boring. It's really really well done. We're going. Yeah, we're not binging, but we're going through Westworld. We just finished Handmaid's Tale.
How is the Handmaid's Tale?
It's great. It's season 2 is even more exciting, I think. You think, how can they ramp up the drama? But they do, and it's visually stunning, and the music is perfect for it. It's like watching a movie. It's really good.
What would be your ideal role? Your dream role? Your dream character?
Yeah, I'd say I'll give you 3. I'll give you Braveheart.
Nice.
The Heath Ledger Joker, the Christopher Nolan Joker, and oh gosh, anything like a Pink Panther, like the Peter Sellers version of Pink Panther.
Nice.
The old sleuth.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. I mean, just that kind of comedy is really funny.
What do you prefer, like an action, comedy, romance? What do you think?
Oh gosh, I prefer comedy above all, and then it'd be comedy first. It'd be like dark drama, like serial killer stuff, and then it'd be everything else would just go below that, like action and whatnot.
So when they cast the movie Baywatch, were you like, son of a bitch?
Oh well, gosh, I that one Ellie Kemper commercial. I think Mike saw that commercial.
Yeah. That was great.
The director of that directed Baywatch.
Oh no shit.
And man, I mean, yeah.
How could he not?
I didn't feel like I was gonna pitch him, but I went in every day to set. So we shot for 3 days with a tank top and like the most surfer looking look I could do.
Should just took your shirt off, bro.
Yeah, you just should have started running in slow motion.
Although, oh my gosh, what's his name? Zach Efron. I mean, that is the best looking male body I've ever seen. So
you got the rock and
I
Zach.
didn't feel like I missed out on anything. He's like, he did a good job. The guy,
right?
Probably steroids, but it was pretty impressive. Yeah.
He's chiseled. He's definitely chiseled.
Anyway, the director directed that, so I was like, oh man, just ask me to do something small. I'll do it for free.
Yeah. How was Ellie Kemper? Was she nice?
Oh my gosh, she's exactly like you'd expect her to be. She's
Really?
like the sweetest, but very smart too, and just a pleasure. Like I wanted to talk to her all day.
Yeah, that was after her reign on The Office, correct?
Office, and then she was on
Kimmy Schmidt.
Kimmy Schmidt too. But I think she was on something else in between. I think, but yeah, she's great.
Yeah,
so good.
That was a great commercial. That whole extended version was fantastic.
Oh yeah, wasn't that cool?
Yeah,
they
blended
showed
together
off
well.
a lot. Yeah,
Chris, sorry, man. Who's the most famous person in your contact list?
Who's the most what?
Famous person in your contact list.
My contact list.
If it's Quentin Tarantino, we got to talk, Chris, after this, just for a second.
Yeah. See what she's doing. What is she doing?
Tara Reid.
Famous person. Oh gosh.
Who?
Yeah.
Tara Reid.
Who counts as famous? I mean, in terms of what do you? Okay.
She's so cute. Your daughter's so cute.
Remember, she's quiet. There's something wrong. So let's see. Who? Yeah, I don't have. I have Rick Overton, who's he's a comedian, really fun. He has an Emmy for writing for the Dennis Miller Show, but he's old school.
Was there anyone recently you had to delete off your phone, say like a Harvey Weinstein-esque? Like, son of a bitch, I gotta get this out of here.
Too much politics gone.
Too much fun. Oh no. Other than ex-girlfriends, yeah, that's all.
There you go.
I haven't really deleted anyone, really. Yeah.
Chris, how can people follow you? You got an Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff. How can people get in touch with you?
Yeah, so I'm at on Instagram. I'm at _Mastersons. That's my comedy account. And then Facebook, yeah, Christopher Wolfe, and that's I don't really go on Twitter as much. I don't have much to say.
Yeah. So. This has been great, man. Any future plans? What's your future plans? You got some scripts written and stuff like that, and
yeah. So yeah, just getting these scripts out there, getting the show sold, and the show. Yeah, the show is it's on Netflix. It's on Instagram as well. I mean, it's called Manifest Destiny.
Okay.
There's 2 Y's for Manifest Destiny for Destiny, and it's it's pretty fun. It's about a band that's trying to make it.
Did you say it was on Netflix as well?
No, that was a mistake.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a wishful thinking.
So wait, it's about a band that's trying to make it in the industry?
Yeah.
And
exactly.
what kind of band are they?
It's a band that doesn't believe in playing instruments. Because they use the secret, from the secret technique where you manifest in your mind, and so they're trying to become famous first and then manifest all the ability.
I'm gonna have to check this out. That sounds right up my alley.
All right.
especially the band that never made it. So, story of my life. Chris, this has been a lot of fun, man. Hey, when you get these scripts out and these movies, please keep in touch with us, and so we can get you out there and promote. And I'll link up with you on Facebook and stuff like that, so we keep in touch. But this has been great. Your daughter, kiss your daughter. She's a beautiful girl. She's definitely kept it interesting, this whole conversation. That's for damn sure. She's so cute.
Oh, thank you.
Well, thank you so much.
It was great meeting you guys.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. And we'll get, like I said, keep in touch with us if you got anything coming out.
Send those scripts over here, man. If you want to put that show on, we'll distribute it for you.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my producing partners want a little more, probably a little more money right now.
Wow. Money. Don't you like doing things for free? I thought.
Money
Chris,
talks, you know?
we got chicken riggies, we got pizza, we got
food
greens.
for you. We got a lot of trade.
Oh,
we will.
God.
You will lose that body in a second.
If you're ever in the market for a short, bald, hairy Italian guy, you need a role. Just keep me in mind. All right, plenty of
Damn,
tattoos.
all right.
So
Definitely.
awesome, Chris. Thank you so much for joining us, man. I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day to talk to us.
Of course, yeah, no worries. Yeah, nice meeting you guys.
You're the man. Take
it
care,
easy.
man. Good luck with everything.
All right.
Success and nothing less, my friend.
Exactly. Thank you. You guys too.
Cheers.
All right, see ya.
That was awesome, man. See,
was fun.
See, Pledge, you did something right for once. You did. Look at that. That was a great interview
Yeah,
you
that was
set us
fun.
up with.
That was a lot of fun.
Now, did you ask him to take his shirt off for the interview?
I didn't. It just naturally happened.
I thought Pledge you put down like, listen, when you do it, just take your shirt off for me.
Just take it
I'm
off.
trying to get him that Baywatch sequel. That's what I'm trying to do for him.
I'm trying to get that Baywatch sequel. That was funny with the Baywatch. You are hilarious. So we have more guests in the studio with us today. This is good. We got a full day, man. What
love
a
it.
full day. We had John Nolan from Taking Back Sunday on with us earlier. Great interview. We talked to Christopher Wolfe, who is a great actor, comedian, writer, was on Sharknado and a whole bunch of other things. And now joining us, we got the Ciola family in the house with us. You guys want to come on? Want to jump in?
Come on down.
I got to adjust some camera works
Next
here in a little
contestant
bit.
on EC Radio.
You're up. It's a family affair. Marissa, sit right over here. Sit next to Chicken. I know you don't want to sit next to Chicken. I wouldn't want to sit next to
I kinda
Chicken. Polly,
stink
right
a
over here
little,
next to the Pledgey, please. Yes. Let's just, I got to unmute some mics. And everything's been on the fly today, so bear with us. Bear with us. Logan also joining us, too. Great job with that video you made
Yeah,
the
that
other
was
day.
great.
Man, that was really cool. Thank you so much.
What music did you use for that? What music? The background music. You got him muted?
It's actually the green mic's not working today. You're gonna have to. Can you switch over next to you,
over to Dale.
next to Paul, please? Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's
Just pull that. Just pull that up. Yeah. It's adjustable. Don't be shy. Don't be scared. There you go.
Ooh, nice.
There you go. Logan with us. Paul's with us. Marissa with us. The Wakely family, if you will. We got the big party happening this weekend, Friday night. We're bringing the gang back together. But what music did you use for that video?
Yeah, that was just
Here, get close to the mic. Don't be
like a
scared.
rock sample. It was just a.
Too close. You're too close.
I would be eating the mic.
You just ate the mic, pal.
Yeah, it was just like a throwaway track. It was like a sample.
Oh, cool.
Something to represent the EC vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was cool. That was a great video, man.
Yeah,
That was
thank-
really
thank-
cool. Marissa, how you doing?
I'm good, love. How are you?
That's good to see you.
Good to see you.
How's things going down at the bar? Everything going all right?
Trying to keep things busy and interesting.
And your
fun
husband's
for
breaking
everybody.
shit over here.
And Paul's
See that?
probably breaking the house down. Yeah, yeah.
You guys were rocking. It looks like everybody's having a great time.
Yeah, it was.
Thing
It was.
about
Wasn't bad.
Wakeleys, when we hit, we hit.
Get a little closer to the mic, buddy. We can't really. There you go.
even me
Don't
too.
be shy. You're,
Yeah, shove it in his
yeah,
face.
shove
Logan.
it in his face. Yeah.
Get him back.
Instant karma.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah, but you guys are kicking ass down there,
And-
man, and it's good to see you keeping the vibe going down.
Friday night you had what's his name, Taylor, out there drumming.
Taylor,
Yeah,
And that kid is sick.
got to see him on the show eventually. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Chicken was just mentioning that we got to get him on.
That kid
Amazing
is sick.
talent.
I've seen him come a long way.
His talent is just amazing, and,
Yeah.
and the fact that he's hearing impaired on top of it and goes by the vibrations of the drum, that's inspirational.
Wow, it's incredible. That video went viral. Well, regional viral, if
Sure.
you will. We shared it, and a bunch of other people are
Yeah.
sharing it. And
And the right people are noticing it, and I'm like,
yeah.
it's been my point to try to get him acclimated and well known into the area, because he's been doing the drum thing on the street, and he's way too good for the streets. But what he tells me, what he makes on the street is more than most musicians make on the stage, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Really?
People
So-
come by in large groups, and he just solos all night long, man. It's sick.
He's a kid that like you would see on a subway in New York City, just like rocking out, and people just hovering around. And
Right.
I mean,
Instead of hitting plastic
Totally.
things, he's hitting the real.
But he
drum.
does like these really awesome tricks that he'll put a bag over his head like a it's more like a
his cap.
winter cap.
Okay.
And he'll play like blindfolded.
Wow.
And then
then
he'll
he's
like
flipping
throw the
sticks.
sticks up and catch them with like blindfolded. It's
Coolest
pretty
thing is
amazing.
he does a one-hand drum roll that most guys can't even
Oh
do
yeah.
it too.
Wow.
I mean, it's
I say when we get him on, we have him set up his kit.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
we got
Yeah.
the kit in the back. He can use my kit in the back.
oh no, you
We'll just
definitely
set
should
it
have
up.
him on. For sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He's
Yeah.
becoming a legend on the street.
Yeah.
Nice. So he normally sets up outside and just plays out.
Well,
outdoors?
when I first heard him, I heard him from blocks away. I said, you know what, man, come my way. You'll get more traffic, and you'll get more attention, and that's exactly what happened. People really picked up
Yeah.
on him, and now he's very much known, and they look forward to seeing him. And I've been letting him set up in front of Wakeleys indirectly, not right in front of the door, but right on the side.
Yep.
And he's wondering if he could do it this weekend. I'm thinking it might clash a little bit what's going on with us on the inside. So I don't know if you want to let that happen or.
I don't know. I think it might be kind of cool.
Put him on the outside.
Like maybe an intermission type thing. Would he
Maybe
do
at
that?
the intermission.
Yeah.
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 That
As
might
long
be
as
cool.
it doesn't interfere with the. I'm sure we'll be loud enough.
I'm all about adding to the party. That's for damn sure.
There you go.
And speaking of adding to the party, sitting to my right, DJ East One from East Beats and Bizz. He'll be on hand,
Whoop whoop.
scratching
Okay.
it up. He'll be getting the party started right around 8:00 on Friday. So, yeah, he's excited.
Awesome.
He's been up since 3 a.m. downloading music.
Damn.
Yeah.
I believe it. I believe
The only
it.
guy I know is drink coffee. He drinks coffee at midnight and he's downloading music. I'm like, what are you doing?
Guilty as charged.
Like, what are you doing? He goes, I'm drinking coffee, downloading music. What are you doing? Trying to go to bed.
Well, this one's up till like 5 a.m.
Well, you noticed
so
that,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
go
you
to sleep till
totally
the birds
get
are
it.
chirping.
You're on bar owner hours right now.
sir.
That's what happens, man.
Well, he doesn't stop until he gets it done. He's like focused. Complete like tunnel vision.
That's what I notice about you. You are focused.
Yeah.
You are. You're very focused, and you just try to get it done. That's what you do. You're a go getter. You get it done, and
Well, just like Rocky Balboa said, it's all heart and fire, brother.
that's it.
You get committed to something, and it is tunnel vision, and that's all I see. I see the final destination, and I see what the potential is, and what we still haven't hit for our potential yet, which I still am thriving for. I've been on the show several times now, right? And
A couple times, yeah.
and we've always repeated the same topics. And people on Varick just not acclimated with Wakeleys in particular, thinking it's that certain way it was when it first opened. And frankly, it hasn't been that way since the first 3 months.
Yeah.
And we've been fighting that same battle trying to convince people. And yeah, I will go outside and stand outside for a 10-minute period, and I will hear groups of people walking by 20 at a time still saying there's that bar you can't get into because you got to wear slacks or it's no cell phones, and that same policy
Dress up,
that's
yeah.
stuck from day one. And all we've been doing is trying to combat that since it happened, and it's still, the rumor's still out there.
Yeah.
And I keep saying to everybody, coldest UC on the block.
Oh, it is.
Coldest, freshest UC you're going to get. And from what I hear, the
We get
best
that
hot
a lot.
chocolate, too, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
Well, that was the last
That
time.
was a fall winter thing, but yeah, I guess my hot chocolate was pretty hot on the streets,
You're pretty good at making those fancy drinks, aren't you, Marissa?
Yeah, well, I mean, the busier nights we kind of have to pull back just a little bit because they do, they're time consuming and stuff.
Right.
And I get a little fancy with them. I go for that wow factor, and not only that, but the taste and stuff. We're always trying to experiment and come up with some cool, fun drinks to advertise and get people down and just have a good time. But yeah, I like having fun mixing.
Yeah, nice. And now you got Logan down there mixing a little bit too, huh?
Yeah, I've been teaching him the ropes the last few months, and I have to say, anything this kid does, he masters. Like, I mean, it probably took me a lot longer to learn bartending skills and stuff like that than he did, but he's just
2 weeks he's cross pouring.
2 weeks he's just like
flipping bottles
he's on it. He's yeah. So hopefully he will go to Pratt Brooklyn, so he'll be going back to Brooklyn this fall. So hopefully he can nab a nice bartending job somewhere in Brooklyn or Manhattan in one of those fancy schmancy bars.
Ooh.
And if you don't, pal, you got a job here at the D, pal.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, with your video skills and everything. You
Oh,
come-
you haven't seen nothing yet. That video was literally probably something he did half
you-
in his sleep.
What do you,
You know?
what do you take in school? What's your major?
So I'm doing filmmaking as my major.
There you go, my friend. Yes. Have you made anything yet?
I made a couple small indie experimental films. But
Sure.
Nothing like with actors or dialogue. Or
Okay,
anything, you know,
right.
Kind of like short stuff for now.
Yeah.
You know, kind of ease my way into it.
That's how I started doing short films, and
Oh yeah.
it's great.
Nice.
You can get into it. It's fun.
Yeah, it's
Not a lot of money at first,
yes.
but fantastic
Yes.
experience.
That'd be a lot of money. As you see, it's a tuition fee.
Eventually, hopefully.
That's why we got to
it'll
work
come.
so hard. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Right.
But I definitely encourage anyone who wants to go for that to stay on that path. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's
Thanks.
great.
And that's what's cool about Wakeleys. It's a family business.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This
we've
is- it
kind
really
of-
is.
No, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you got the Moores who own it, and then we got the Ciolas who run it.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's always been something I was attached to because Andrew and his father are running the business together, just as me and my father did years back
Oh, nice.
when we were in the business together. And I feel the same way. It's like a family thing. I really wanted to see their vision through. I wanted to see it happen.
Mm-hmm.
But man, Utica, New York is a tough animal.
Well, and being on Varick Street
And
is,
Varick Street as well.
Yeah.
I get what they were trying to go for, but in Varick Street's just the wrong place for that because I mean you're in Woo Girl Central.
Yeah.
You know, flip flops and tank tops. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I just noticed this year being much worse as usual. I mean, it's just craziness. I mean, it used to be about 11:30. Now it starts at 10:30.
Yeah.
well, there's two crowds on Varick Street. You get the
Yes.
the early crowd, and then you get the later crowd.
Yes.
You know, you get the crowd that you get about 7, 8 o'clock. You get a good rush. You know, happy hour type people, and then like about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, you get another resurgence of now you get the party animals coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
The ones that already got a primer in and drank a little bit.
Yeah.
Pre-gaming.
That's it.
We're going to be partying it up Friday night, though. I'll tell you
yeah.
that. man.
Yeah.
There's so many people, my friends have been hitting me up that I haven't talked to in a while. Just like, this is true. This is going on. Yeah. We did an EC reunion party at O'Donnell's one year, and we had a couple hundred people show up, and it was a lot of fun. There's a great picture of us on the deck. Big ups to our boy Dirty Jers, Mark Simon, for taking that picture. We did it, and it was great. But the simple fact that it is actually at
Yep.
700 Varick
Now you're
Street
back
makes
home,
it
right?
special. We're
Yeah.
back home.
Absolutely.
And, if it wasn't for your landlord, which I can't stand, I'm going to go public with it. I can't stand your landlord. If it wasn't for him, I'd probably still be there. But that's for another podcast.
But we noticed,
No
like,
roast.
when we did our 1-year anniversary, every we returned, we're like, wow, these are old friends that
They're
we
all
haven't
just
seen
old friends.
since the EC.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of propelled us to be like, man, we could do this. Let's do this again. And the fact that it is at the old EC and now Wakeleys, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect marriage.
Mm-hmm. It really is. And bringing in Peter Prince and Moonboot Lover is going to be huge. The guy hasn't been around in a while. He used to kill it for me back at the EC. And I love the man. And he's one of the most talented frontmen out there, hands down. Like, there really, really isn't too many better than Peter Prince. And for
really
him to be up
looking forward
on
to it.
stage and doing the thing. And, man, I've got so many great memories. And as a matter of fact, Peter Prince is going to be a guest on the show tomorrow to talk about the reunion and
Nice.
kind of reminisce a little bit. I got some great stories I want to rehash. I'm sure he forgot about them, and I definitely didn't. So I'm definitely going to.
Did you say just reunited? He was out of the commission for a while.
Well, he took some time off, started a family, and started teaching guitar, and I think he just got the itch. He got the itch to start playing again, and
you
then
can't get rid of it.
yeah, and like he started, the Moonboot Lover started with him, Neil, and Alan Evans, and Neil and Alan Evans. Now Neil's playing with Jack White, and Alan Evans. I mean, they formed Soul Live and Lettuce and all these other great bands. I mean, those two went on to do many, many things, and that was the original Moonboot Lover, and he's had different formations of that band throughout the years, but he's saying that this right now is like a hot band. So, and knowing Peter, it's just going to be dope.
I know whoever you'd pick would be the pinnacle of the resembling EC in its glory days.
Seriously though, and then it kind of all fell into place too. Because me and you were talking about doing something,
Yep.
and at the same time, he was like, "Yo, I'm looking for this gig. I need a gig. I need to play. I'm playing in Utica because the night after we were on a train in Cooperstown." I'm like, "Dude, it's perfect. Let's do it. How would you like to play at my old place?" "I would love to play at your place." All right, so
It's just a little higher than The Godfather. That voice, just
Yeah,
a little
right.
bit.
he's kind of. You'll see tomorrow. You'll see this weekend.
Well, I love that post you did when you said if the EC could come back from one night, what band would you like to play? And
Yeah.
it blew up.
Oh, right.
I think it was like 300 posts in like a day.
Yeah,
was
And
amazing.
Peter Prince was mentioned a bunch of times on
Yep.
this post, as well as other ones. In fact, we should revisit that list, and maybe we could do more shows.
I think this should be a precursor of what Wakeleys has evolved to.
Yes.
The whole anticipation of building it up to where it is now. And little by little, I've been showing Varick Street that we are not that stuffy bar that they assume it is. And once they get in there, they see what we're all about. They see our crew. They see that we're motivational. They see the music that's being played that is much more orientated for the younger generation, not so much, jazz and blues anymore. We are hitting all spectrums. I like to stick around the 70s, 80s metal, and not so much metal, but classic rock.
Rock, yeah.
Well, now it's classic rock. I hate saying that
Yeah.
because, that's the stuff we grew up with.
I know, right?
And now it's classic, man.
Like
What's
you
up
mean
with that?
NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys?
Oh, yeah, that hard stuff.
What, can I throw something at him?
Yeah. I heard Alanis Morissette on the oldies station the other day, and that blew me away.
I did too.
Alanis Morissette, and I don't know, I'm still stuck in the 90s. I dress mentally I'm still there. All my brain cells are still in the 90s.
Yeah.
I heard. I heard.
I'm trying to do a podcast here, dude.
Is that Sharky?
I know. DJ Sharky Mega. Too bad the green mic doesn't work, pal. You could talk along with us. But, to hear Alanis Morissette on the Oldies channel now, I'm like, wow.
Dude, I heard Iron Maiden.
Oh, yeah,
on the
Maiden,
oldies channel.
and-
Well, Iron Maiden's oldie.
I know, but it's all metal. Like when you hear metal on the oldie station, it just makes me want to puke.
It's like Guns N' Roses as a constant rotation on Spotify for oldies, and so is obviously Metallica now. I mean, this stuff we always talked about it when we were kids. Hey, imagine this being classic rock someday, and here it is. It's classic.
I feel like
rock.
Metallica's becoming like our generation's Stones. You know what I mean? That big, huge, mega rock star band.
I personally think they should have retired about 10 years ago.
I think
Actually, the last album was awesome.
yeah, the last
Dude,
two
I
albums.
couldn't. I
actually.
couldn't listen to it from end to end. It just
No?
sounds like Saint Anger redone over and over.
I didn't think so at all. I loved it. I thought it was great. Saint Anger, I hated.
Oh,
I
that
liked
was-
it.
that
I
was
did
a-
not
I
like
like
Saint
horrible.
Anger at all.
The new album, because I'm driving, I'm my head bobbing again.
Yeah.
I'm like, they got me like my head moving. I'm like, holy shit, this has been a while since a band really got my head bobbing in a while, and I loved it. And I hope they come out with more of that shit.
Since we're on the subject of metal, would you be open to doing like heavier bands at Wakeleys? Yeah.
Wakeleys is now a all genre establishment.
Yeah.
We'll hit anything that works and that is acclimated to Utica, New York, and Varick Street.
An equal opportunity employer.
Absolutely.
So you're
That's awesome.
going to be a venue that actually has independent rock music,
I would
independent
love
music.
it. In fact, I would like to capitalize on independent music, and that's what I was always.
Any
always
bands out there
for.
listening, man, you got a place to play.
There you go. You got a home right here at Wakeleys, 700 Varick Street.
The
Posted
oldies.
it on our website. We're looking for bands. Whether you get a chance to play a venue much. We had so many responses and so many emails that from all these different bands from here to Cooperstown, to Syracuse, Albany,
Oh, great.
New York City even. I mean, bands that are wanting to get out here and get heard. But what I was hoping for is more of those hungry bands that really don't ever get the chance to have a platform. That
There's a lot of those.
Yes, and then I used to capitalize on that in my older clubs, and I would love to have that happen again.
Yeah. We need that popular band to like just springboard and bring attention to the live music scene here in Utica. And there's a bunch that could do it. Mm-hmm. I can name off a bunch that can.
We did yesterday.
Yeah, we did. or Monday that was. Or when,
Monday, yes.
Whenever Brothers Grimm was here, we mentioned pretty much every local band out there doing good things. And shit, we did a whole podcast on it. And there you go. Go back and listen to that podcast, and we'll book all those shows for you. There's some good stuff. There's some great music and super talented people in this town.
And I think, like we mentioned before, doing it, you gotta bring like 2-3 bands at a time. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not just that one band anymore. I
Right.
think you need 2 or 3 because people they got to get used to each of these bands because there's no place for them to play.
Right.
Well, I remember back in the day we used to host 2, 3, 4, even 5 bands, and what it used to end up being is the bands watching the bands, and what they didn't get, they didn't embrace the platform. They didn't push it enough promotional wise on their end to get their friends in. I mean, if you want to see me on stage, hey, you got to come out and see me. Here's your chance to see me in front of a
I
crowd.
think then though too, we didn't have the social media platform that we do
Well,
now.
no, this helps.
So now
This makes
it's like
everything
much easier.
And the
to get
unity
word
of the
out.
bands too.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
That's the other thing we discussed the other day. Like nowadays, it's a hell of a lot different than it used to be. When I was first coming up, the bands all hated each other. It was a rivalry thing. Now everybody gets along great.
Yeah.
They're all friends. They want to go support each other.
Yeah.
That's
I
what
think
it
they
should
get
be.
it. I think they
That's what it
understand
should
now
be.
that kind of bringing everybody together is going to benefit them. So
Yeah.
And I think things like Animal Jam is one of those things that really helped out because they got so many bands playing for weekends at a time, and they
Yeah.
keep doing it year after year. That builds that camaraderie. They're used to seeing each other playing, and they all become friends. That you see everywhere you go. Like I was up in Old Forge, and I seen 3 different bands set up from bands from other bands. You know what I mean? A bunch of different side projects that were great.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to see.
Yeah. You'll see a lot of musicians out Friday night.
Well,
Just
I
checking
hope
it
they
out
all
'cause,
have cards with them and throw them at me. I'm ready with it.
So there you go. If you're a band and you're coming out Friday night to Wakeleys for the EC reunion party, bring a card, bring some music for Paul and Marissa to check out, and maybe you can get a gig there. Maybe. Or just tell them you know Z, and you'll definitely won't get a gig.
And the good news is the stage is getting bigger as you cross it, and the
Oh, my God.
the grand piano.
My penis
is
just got
moving.
bigger.
Up to 3-inch Fury now.
Which is a band we should get for you guys. But seriously, the stage is getting bigger, huh?
More real estate on the stage. The piano's moving out.
Oh, okay.
It's a beautiful decor, and
Oh, yeah,
it
it's
was,
awesome.
along with our original inception of being like a Billy Joel type sing along bar, but that obviously didn't work out. But so now we still have some beautiful chord keyboards up there. I mean, it's still accessible to many bands to just walk in, plug in, and get ready to go. And that's the essential hotspot for us. When we're targeting bands, they don't have to bring out their gear. We got QSCs everywhere. We're flanked by a stage of top-notch equipment.
Yeah. Backline's already provided.
It's
already
amazing.
there.
No bar can provide that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's good. And it's top-notch gear. It's not crap. No. You got a great drum kit in there, and there's cabinets in there, and like you said, you've got keyboards and a whole bunch of keys to play with and stuff like that. So
I used to QSCs that there's flanking 5 monitors on the stage.
Yeah.
And then we have a side stage now that we could set up for DJs. That's opened up as well.
we know one.
Yep.
We know a couple.
Yeah, there's one right
There's
over there.
one.
Yeah, he's not even paying attention.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know where he is.
He's sending dick pics.
He's downloading music.
Ain't no one want to see your dick, Gabe.
See, he's got the tunnel vision.
Bizz has been telling him that for like 2 weeks now. Ain't nobody want to see your dick, Gabe.
Ain't nobody can see your dick, Gabe.
Eats Beats and Bizz every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. here on the D. How was the show last night? Good? T-Sep Skyped in, huh? Yeah, that's awesome. Good. Big ups to our boy T-Sep. Big up to our boy T-Sep. So we're joining us in the studio today. Pelagi's in the studio with us today.
I didn't mean to ignore, as I was talking about, I booked another person in that process of me and the.
Oh.
But we'll
See, he's working. See, I like
He's
this.
being a good boy.
I'm trying to do what I can for you.
No, you're killing it, man. He booked Christopher Wolfe, who was just on before you guys came on. That was he was on Sharknado. He was on Parks and Rec. Great interview. A lot of fun. Thank you for setting that up.
Yeah, no problem.
We got a couple more next week that he lined up, too. A bunch of comedians coming in and out of the Comedy Store in New York. And
The other guy just was on Conan.
Okay.
Chris Cope.
Chris Cope?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So I'll get you all the bio and stuff.
Awesome.
This is not my interview, though. This is these guys.
Well, the reason why I brought attention to you is I just wanted to thank you for setting this up and
no problem.
and all the hard work that you've been doing.
Thank you, man.
You're doing good, man.
Appreciate that.
We're lucky we got
Thank
you
you.
around.
You get the bell.
You get a bell. Also in the studio, Paul Ciola, Marissa Ciola. Logan's hanging out with us as well. And they're from Wakeleys, 700 Varick Street. Big party happening this Friday. We've been talking about it so much. We booked this, back in March, maybe?
It's 3 months in the making.
Right? Has it been 3 months?
Easy.
I want to say it was March.
At least.
At least.
Yeah.
And then I remember you saying the word got out too soon, and then you ended up putting the event up. So, well, I wasn't going to do this yet, but here you go. Everybody's talking.
Well, that wasn't my fault. That was the band's fault.
That's good.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was. Because I didn't want to announce it till like maybe a month or two out. But you know what?
Hey.
Maybe it was good that we did
Yeah.
put it out because people marked it in their calendars and they saved it. And,
Well, right now, I think the attendance anticipation on the page is like almost 400.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't go off of that, though.
No, I mean, if we get half of that, usually you could go half.
Divide by
We
30.
get half that, or even 200 people. I think.
Yeah, it
will
would-
easily fit.
Let's not think numbers, pal.
Yeah,
let's just
yeah.
let's just focus on
Yeah.
what a,
You're gonna get drinkers.
I always tell
parties.
them, don't focus on the numbers. so
I will
much, you know.
guarantee a lot of alcohol will be drinking that night. I guarantee
get a
that.
lot of
Loading
good
up on the
drinkers.
UC.
And that's just from chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, drinkers, dancers, and just good people. You know what I mean? You're gonna have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
That's
And
it'll
who
be nice.
knows? I'm sure probably after Friday night's done, there's going to be a couple babies 9 months later from that night. So,
It's new baby boom.
oh, yeah. I can't tell you how many babies I produced without using my penis. Several. In fact, you'll meet all the parents Friday night. They're all
getting
excited to
babysitters.
come out. They're all excited to come out. But
I love when I hear that about all the couples that hooked up at bars.
I do too, man.
It's because of you. You guys did this.
Yeah.
I love that.
it warms my heart.
It's
When
gonna
you
be-
think of the bad times, you look at that and you said, "This was all
Right.
worth it for that one."
Yeah,
person."
exactly.
What was it like staying as long as you have in Utica?
Oh gosh. Well,
Hell.
yeah, I mean, it's it's bittersweet. Utica's a small city. We're still in the upcoming kind of struggling, if you will, in certain areas. But then again, Utica has so many amazing things to offer. Food, music. Our local talent, which we're trying to, really bank on and
Sure.
get out there. So I don't know. I'm a Utica fan, I guess. I'm
Yeah.
born and raised, so I have to say
It's
that.
like
but,
she
you
said,
know.
it's bittersweet though. I mean,
Yeah.
you really want this city to thrive,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
that's
Everything
the
is
thing. Really
in
want
place
it
to make it
succeed,
thrive.
for
Right.
sure.
but it's got to be the people backing that up
Right.
to make it
Yeah.
thrive.
And I think it's on a
Yeah.
on a upswing.
Yeah.
Like just
I feel so
some of the
too.
people we've met while being on here in EC Radio and Disruption and some of the events that we go to and just people like Taylor and like
Absolutely.
Rainbow.
Kate that Kate Devon, 16-year-old girl who's like,
Cassidy.
Cassidy,
Yeah.
like
Yes.
a lot of these guys, Ryan Quinn, and
Apache Chief.
Apache, yeah. There's so much talent out there and so much going on. A lot of people doing a lot of positive things, like our friend Angela Johnson, always out there hustling. Adeline Van Dyke, people out there who are really trying to make this town better. And it just takes a group of people to have that fortitude to stick with it and be like, you know what? We're going to pile through and we're going to put our heads down and just push, and this town will get better.
Yeah.
Well,
Absolutely.
I think
Sure.
Robin has done a lot for the city from the Tramatone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Tramontaine,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's got most love for the city I've probably ever seen anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
And that's actually where, my daughter first saw Taylor there.
Yeah.
Performing, and she came home and she's like, Mom, you and Dad have to see this guy, he's amazing. And she showed us this video. I was like blown away, and I was like, holy cow. And I showed Paul, and he was just like, wow, he's really good. And then like a week later, Paul happened to see him down the corner, and he's like, is this the same? I'm like, yeah, that's the same guy. It was so strange.
You guys
but,
ever see Whiplash?
but
Yeah, yeah.
we
He's the guy that's going to throw the cymbal back at the teacher.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Yeah.
But he's never seen the movie, so Paul had told him, if you've never seen the movie, you gotta
that's
see it. You
great.
gotta see it, because it reminded us totally of like almost his story. But yeah, Robin does a lot of, she's been hosting a lot of entertainment, comedy, poetry. I mean,
Yeah, open mic
everything.
nights and-
Unfortunately, I just heard that they're on a. I don't know, like a break maybe for
Summertime.
the rest
I
of the
heard
summer.
she's shutting it
don't
down
know.
for the summer. I mean,
yeah,
who-
Yeah.
not quite sure what.
people aren't really hanging out in a coffee house in the summertime.
Well, we would go
and
and
it's smart
Yeah.
for her to take some time off. She
Yeah.
probably needs a
Yeah,
vacation.
she probably does. She's there. Yeah, she's there day in and
the only
out.
sucky thing is we
Yeah.
go do comedy there, me and my buddies, and it's like, where do we go to do a mic now?
We were
I
trying.
gotcha.
We never.
Well, here
stood
we
off
go.
The ground. I mean, we could do that.
Paul, Mike, Paul.
Yeah.
We'll do it Wednesday nights.
There you go.
All
8
right.
o'clock, you're on.
Hey,
Yeah. All right, buddy. Yeah.
Are you
I'll
gonna
hold
do
you
any,
to it.
Are you going to do any open mics? Are you going to do any open mic nights?
Well, we were doing it for a bit. It started off strong. It kind of faltered. I'm not opposed to doing it again.
Well, I think it was
of course.
because we were doing it on Thursdays, and then Saranac Thursdays started back up
Oh,
again,
right.
so we kind of.
Well, we were going to switch it from
We were gonna
Thursdays to
switch it,
Wednesdays,
yeah.
and then that kind of screwed everybody up, and nobody knew what. I mean, but it
Yeah.
started off really strong, and a lot of people were coming in from out of town and everything. It was really nice. I ended up hooking up with a few bands that ended up playing there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
The Meatballs being one.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Anthony
Yeah.
Adamo, my boy.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
Charlie and the Meatballs?
Charlie and the Meatballs.
Uncle Charlie and the
Uncle
Meatballs.
Charlie.
Oh yeah, Uncle. Yeah.
How can I forget Uncle Charlie?
Can't forget Uncle Charlie.
And just to throw this in, I mean, we got the most popular blues band in the country right now. Well, besides
Oh,
Joe
yeah.
Bonamassa coming in. Rick Estrin, his name is. He's coming in on August 11th, and that's going to be a huge show with the Blues Society.
Nice.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, that should be a good show.
I want to get the international as well as the local. All
I think you have to, as much as you can.
you don't have to go to the casino to see this stuff. You have it right here in the middle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right here, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, Z, you have to share a lot with me, personally. That bar was your baby too.
For a little while. From what I
For
remember.
10 years, yeah, right? I mean,
From what I
10 years.
remember. I don't remember much.
But I'm sure you had the same heart and gumption to make it work,
Mm-hmm.
and that ability to make it work. I mean, and going through the rough times with the good. And what's always been your Achilles heel in the summertime? Not having that outside.
Right. It's always been that way.
Right.
Everybody
Yeah.
wants to be outside in the courtyard or on the
Yeah.
deck or,
Except
all
for when
these
it
other-
rains.
Yeah, except for when it
Yeah,
rains.
when it rains, we know everyone's coming inside.
All right.
Yeah.
But it's good. You're bringing the live music back, though, because there's not really too many venues in Utica right now. I mean, there is, but
I mean, there is, but they get the same band.
some are pizzerias, and
Yeah.
all of our streets using the same bands over and
Yeah.
over again. And no offense to all
No
those bands,
offense to
they're
those
all
bands.
my friends.
They all earned.
But you guys are you're
They're
playing the
bones.
harp, and then the next week you could see them at the
Yeah.
Sickenburger.
Right,
It's like
right.
you guys are flooding the market.
And you can't blame them. I mean, they're getting paid.
They're getting paid, of
They're
course.
getting
You
paid
can't
very
blame them.
well,
You
too.
can't blame them, but give another band a chance. But that's the problem with Utica too. They're sheep. They're just going to go with what they know.
Nobody wants to be the one out there doing what's the new thing.
They don't. Yeah, you got to
Until the
really.
new thing works, then everybody wants to jump.
Then
on board.
everybody
Right.
jumps on. it.
Sheeple.
Yeah,
We actually
they're
draw sheep on our sidewalks, which sidewalk chalk, and say sheep this way.
No, we do not.
Yes, we did it one night. Sheep this way, and we just
Stop it.
pointed everywhere else. And then
That's funny.
originators come in here, or the flock herders,
But yeah, that's how it's always been that way, and it's unfortunate. But there are great people out there that will support it, especially if they're passionate about it or if they get involved with the scene and stuff like that.
Well, I'd like to thank you for allowing this to happen. I mean, it's
Nah, man, we've been
because
talking
of
about this
you.
for a while.
It's been my main drive, this particular event, to open everybody's eyes
Yeah.
up. A lot of people are going to be out that you said haven't come out in a long time, which I agree with.
Everybody's
Most
married
people
with
our
kids.
age don't go out much.
Right.
But once if they know there's a new place or existing place in town that they can go and expect, the same quality as what they had when you guys were around, I'd love to follow in your footsteps to some degree. I mean,
Right on.
I won't copy your whole formula.
That's all right.
and I
That's-
won't
No, you
fill
got clean
mine.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
True story.
I keep them clean.
That's I
Actually,
never
Logan doesn't.
Need a little bit of a
Yeah,
woman's touch
that's
there,
me.
That's
Logan's taken.
Hey, you know what I like too? It's come as you are, and that's the way the EC has been. Come as you are. If you're wearing a sleeveless shirt,
Yeah.
please come in.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
we
come
don't
on.
discriminate
We're Utica, New
against
York.
people wearing
Yeah.
sleeveless shirts. Okay,
If you're naked,
know-
we don't care. Get in there.
black,
we do have
white,
poles up there too.
whatever color your skin, it doesn't matter. You're welcome.
Right.
That's how we are. We're we
right.
open door for everybody until you become an asshole, then you're gone, type of thing. And that's how we were at the EC. It was come as you are, come how you are, and that's what separated us from the rest of the Varick Street.
But one of the
bars.
nice things too, like I mentioned before, is about the electric company was it was my safe haven from douchebags.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter what other bars opened up on the strip. You always went back to DC. You knew there was gonna be live music. You know there's gonna be friendly faces, and you knew the bartender, you knew the bouncer, you knew the owner, but you also knew the people playing in the bands and stuff. And it was just a great place to go and meet friends.
Yeah.
You always felt safe, and there was never really any problems. I mean,
Right.
I
here
really
and
don't
there.
think anybody has captured that vibe since you were there.
No, and
Definitely
any
not
bar.
shots.
I don't think there's any
Sorry, I
bar
had
out
to
there
get that in
that
there.
captured that. And I think that's the biggest thing that people don't understand. It wasn't just a bar; it was a family. It was the
Exactly.
EC family. And
And when I seen that video of you guys marching down the street, man, who
that's
does that?
insane.
Who gets something like that together? That's awesome, man.
That was a
That's-
fun night.
that was
that is-
great.
that is unity right
I
there.
don't remember it. But
I
it
don't
was
know how
fun.
the hell did you just do it out of a whim and just, hey, we're taking the street over for the next
We
5
actually,
minutes,
I
like
did
or
it a
not?
couple times. I did it once on my birthday one year, which was a lot of fun.
That was the
But-
day my store burned down.
But the
Remember that?
next day, the other time we did it, the video that I posted was right after Rusted Root had played at the Saranac Brewery. And I'm friends with a lot of the cops, and I told them what was going on. And they're like, oh, man, can you block these streets for me really quick? Because we're about to have 300 people on the street playing instruments. And he did. And
And
then
you
he
got
had
it
the
done,
streets
man.
blocked. And, it took like 15, 20 minutes to get everybody down. And the band that perpetrated all of that was Buddhahood, the Buddhahood, and they're awesome. In fact, we got to get them around here again. But they would do these marches, and that's how they would start their show, with the march from outside, and they would march around wherever they were and then go right on the stage and start their set. And it was
march right to the stage and start jamming.
That was their shtick. That's how they got it done. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That was a grand entrance.
Very New Orleans style, you know.
The one time I was there, I think it was right after Dark Star, and right at the brewery, and they just lined up at the brewery, and I think you were playing a washerboard.
Yeah.
And so they're just sitting there playing.
They used to call me Washboard Tony.
And they're playing all these like weird instruments, and as people are letting out, they see them circle around these guys playing. Next thing you know, there's like 200 people just dancing right around in this circle, and you're like, holy crap, this is amazing. And then they just peeled off and then just started walking, and you see this whole crowd. It was like the Pied Piper. You know what I mean? Just playing down the streets and just people dancing all throughout the streets, and it was just amazing to watch.
Yeah.
And that is something that Varick Street has not had since.
Oh God, no!
It's magical. Once you feel that vibe, and there's nothing beats that vibe. You know, when you're in that zone and you just know everything's flowing.
Yeah.
That is a rush like no other.
Oh yeah.
That's what makes me crave the bar business. When you know everybody's in here having a good time, no matter what, it's not going to go sour. And the stage is pumping and everybody's dancing and people are drinking, then you know you hit it. And that's what I crave. That's my high.
Yeah. Well, we're going to get real high this week. In more ways than one, pal.
It's always 420.
Yeah, we're going to have a great time, man. I'm really looking forward to seeing everybody come by. And if you don't have any plans Friday night, please come out. It's only a $5 cover, people. $5. That's all it is. It was $5 back in 2005. It was a $5 cover in 95. It was a $5 cover in 75. It's always been a $5 cover here in Utica. So you got no reason to complain. I hate when people go to the door and be like, I got to pay $5. It's only $5. And you're paying for entertainment. You know, all that money, and they make it think like all the money's going in the bar's pocket or the promoter's pocket.
Right,
no, I'm sorry. It's going right to the band.
Yep.
All that money is going right to the band.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to line them up and make sure they get paid really, really good. So, but people really drive me crazy sometimes.
Well, I see other bars charging $5 just to get in for
Just to get in, right.
And, I mean,
Just to see some horrible DJ. No offense, not you.
yeah, we won't mention any names, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. There's a couple out there. There's not just one, but there's a couple.
I might be one of them. You never know. DJ Pauly's.
That one don't work, Gabe.
It's not working, bro. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, he wants to listen in.
Oh, you want to? Yeah, nice. DJ East one. No, but I'm really excited, man. And like I said earlier, too, Peter Prince from Moon Boot Lover is going to be joining us here on EC Radio tomorrow, right around 3 o'clock.
Is he local or is he out of town? Right?
No, he lives in New Hampshire.
New Hampshire.
In New Hampshire.
So he's traveling for this gig.
Oh yeah, well they got a weekend. They're weekend warriors, so they got another gig on Saturday at the Cooperstown Blues Express. You ever hear about the blues train that they do?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So he's playing that the next day, and that's why he wanted this gig the night before. So. Yeah, so it
Lined
all
up
works out,
perfectly.
man. Also got to mention tomorrow, too, phenomenal band coming on tomorrow after Peter Prince. Peter Prince is going to be on about 3 o'clock. 4 o'clock, Root Shock joining us.
Oh wow, it's been
Killing
a lot
it
about those
out
guys.
there in upstate New York. Root Shock, great band. They just got done playing at the Harp after Dirty Heads. Was it Dirty Heads I think they played?
No, Dirty Heads was Joe Driscoll.
One of them, whatever. Anyway, Root Shock going to join us tomorrow. My man Jocko, I'm looking forward to talking to him. He's an amazing sound engineer, too, so... He used to be with John Brown's Body and a bunch of bands back in the day. So good stuff. Root Shock, Peter Prince. But right now, the Ciola family in the house with us. Wakeleys. What do you guys got? Anything going on tonight? Tonight and tomorrow. What do you got?
Tonight and tomorrow we're stocking for Friday. Is that?
Are you?
Yeah.
We're
Just
doing.
make sure you got UC, Jaeger, and Jameson.
The three staples.
We've got one
right there.
keg with Mike's name on it.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, well, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I requested it.
Just-
Got it at a
We,
crib.
we
It's
drew
his own.
we drew a little chicken on it.
A little chicken. Yeah, a little chicken.
Crisp 75 degrees for you, man.
Get this some bitch bubbling.
I'll be hammered before the band goes on.
You know, I actually used to know a person who used to put their beer on the heater to get their beer hot.
What?
You ever
Some
heard
people
that?
like it hot. Yeah,
Isn't that
it's
crazy,
especially
man?
Guinnesses.
It's a European thing.
yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
Guinness. Yeah, Guinness. I've heard.
Well, Guinness is
Yeah.
like
Stuff
room
too.
temperature
Yeah.
for some, but
Yeah.
this person actually like it heated, like a
So weird.
cup of tea.
No.
No.
Strange.
No thanks.
That
it
just
hot.
spells yak
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, no.
Y-A-K.
Was it rainbow?
Was a rainbow. Was it?
Let me tell you, I've been doing a lot of talking with Rainbow I mean, he'll always come, "What's up, boss? Can I have a cigarette?" You know, that's the first. He knows me as the cigarette guy.
Yeah.
And you know, I said, "Rainbow, you know, you're so intelligent. Why don't you run for mayor, man?" I would back that guy up for mayor. Straight up, that dude. Everybody loves Rainbow.
Well, I told you my
Tell me
theory.
that wouldn't work out.
My theory is Rainbow is the Kaiser Sose of Utica.
Yeah.
He's running all the drugs in Utica right there. And nobody would have a clue.
Rainbow don't need drugs, brother. He doesn't. Need
He's on
drugs.
several medications. A lot of pharmaceuticals.
I just thought it was all just a mental high.
Don't you watch his jaw like?
Yeah.
That's because he got hit by a bus. I got hit by a bus right here. I got hit by a bus.
No, we got.
And he ends with a
got
big-
hit by a bat.
No,
A bus.
No, he said
Bus.
a bus.
Probably both.
What?
Utica bus hit him.
I don't
You're
know.
right.
It's very hard to understand
Well,
him.
yeah, I mean,
Can I please clarify for you? Because I know the Rainbow story.
Okay,
through
He
and
speaks
through.
fluent
what is the
Rainbow.
real
Oh,
story?
okay.
I'm very well versed in Rainbow. 6 different things has happened to the guy. 1,
Oh, boy.
he did get hit by a city bus.
Okay.
2, he did get hit by a bat by kids. He got robbed
Yeah,
one
he
time
got-
by
yeah.
kids.
Oh.
Got
He said lightning
got
hit him.
struck by lightning.
No way.
Shit.
Wait,
Oh my.
What?
he got struck by lightning right here in Utica. He was
No
walking
shit.
and he got struck in right underneath one of the overpass because he said he had to crawl to a bridge and struck by lightning. When he was a kid, he was helping his dad do stump pickers, and the stump picker got him right in the back, so
Oh
broke his
my-
back. He was laid up for a year.
Gee.
Okay, and then the other thing, and everybody thinks he's Chinese, but he's really Korean. He was in the Korean army,
No shit.
and when he jumped out of the airplane, the parachute didn't open.
No.
Where'd the
Come
parents-
on. What do you do?
Ask
Bounce?
him.
This poor
I mean,
Well, the emergency chute
Oh, the
opened
backup
up,
chute,
like
that's it.
yeah, but he still crashed hard.
Wow.
He still crashed
So he's
hard.
more like Forrest Gump.
So yeah, it's not like
Oh my.
Poor kid.
the guy's got 9 lives.
can we get a movie on Rainbow?
Yeah.
He don't
Seriously.
want it.
Is
I've
like a
already
bestseller?
Yeah.
Like,
I've already talked about it. My friend, my
Yeah.
great friend Sean Gaffney did a little documentary on him. At
Was that the
Motown.
other side of Rainbow? Because I saw that on YouTube because that was a pretty well made.
Yeah, and they did one on the Motown video where
Oh,
we
yeah.
ran him for mayor of Motown one year.
Wow.
And it was great. We had fortune cookies made for him, and we were throwing fortune cookies in the crowd. He opened it up and said, "Vote for Rainbow." We had a rickshaw that we borrowed from Vernon Downs, and we carried him around the campgrounds throwing fortune cookies out to everybody. Oh, it's hilarious. But my boy Sean Gaffney from the Crazy Fools has got some great video.
And a baseline.
He's got some great video of Rainbow from there. If you just search Rainbow and Modown, you'll see a great video from that. And then he did another one with him out in front of the old Devereaux back in the day when Tony used to have the Devereaux, and he did a great little interview with him there too. So that's on YouTube as well. But
And the
yeah.
thing about Rainbow too is he's not a bum. He's not homeless.
No, absolutely. We give him rides home every other night. To be honest with you, he's got a nice little apartment on.
That's what I heard.
He's still on Waverly.
like Noise or York or something.
Oh,
like
he's
It's,
up more.
it's on Noise
in the
Street,
West
yeah.
Side.
Street.
It's over-
Yeah.
Now, does he
that's
work? Does
No, he can't work.
We all have this
He's
running
disabled.
joke that he's got like 15 dressers full of $1 bills.
Yeah.
And half smoked cigarettes.
Yeah, and he has
and a lot of Lucan's pizza too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think there's 3 of them. He's just like either that or he has like some
Yeah,
kind
how's
of, like,
he- how's he
portal
there?
that he gets through city. I don't know.
Right.
And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I seen him
I know,
walking through
one day
Whitesboro
he's
one
like
day,
that.
and then
No
he's in
shit.
front of the Obelston. And
Oh my God.
See, I never see him walking anywhere. I just see him appear.
I see him
places.
walking
Yeah,
everywhere.
he just
I never see him
appears.
walking.
He just appears
Yeah.
places.
He's just yeah.
How do you think he gets places?
I think he has a time machine.
He goes through the like sewer system or something. I don't know.
Yeah, something. 'Cause I swear to God, I was on Varick Street recently, and I walked by Lucan's, and he wasn't there. I turn around, and he's there playing his.
Yeah.
It's like, how'd that happen?
And then you go over to the fast track on South Jenny, and boom, there he is again. You're
yeah,
like, where'd you get here?
it's it's the time travel that's
Cheers,
warping
go
his
back.
mind. That's the thing. That's got to be right.
88.8 miles an hour.
He walks so
exactly.
much. You ever see his calf muscles? They're like
Oh
tree
my
trunks.
God, yeah.
Huge.
They are. They're huge because he walks everywhere.
Well, we used to run the Millennium back in the day on Bleecker Street. That's when Rainbow first hit the city.
Yeah.
He used to call himself Mr. Lee then. And then he
Yeah.
he used to do karaoke
Uh-huh.
and bring down the house every time he did it.
Oh, yeah.
He figured at that point he's probably going to be a superstar.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
Oh, so you had Mr. Lee as well then.
Oh, Mr. Lee. Well,
Lee.
okay. I like I said, I'm well versed in Rainbow. I know his history pretty well. His real name is Sung Young Yi. That's his real name.
Sung Young Yi.
Sung Young Yi is his real name. That's his.
Where did
birth
Rainbow
given
come
name.
from?
Well, when he came over to the United States, his real name and his American name is officially Rainbow Young Gilbert.
No shit.
Gilbert.
Gilbert.
Which is his stepfather's.
Rainbow
last
Young Gilbert.
So we just blew up his
So I
spot
thought
today.
Rainbow was
We totally blew up his spot.
You won't hear from him anymore.
No, he'll
I
be at
thought
the
there was a
par-
legendary name that somebody dubbed him. You are Rainbow.
Well,
yeah. Right.
and Paul, now that we're talking about Rainbow, he had come up to me. We were working that show on Sunday. Who do we have on Sunday? I can't remember. Dispatch was on Sunday. We're working that show on Sunday, and he came up to me, and he's like, hey, boss, I got to talk to you. I know you're doing the party on Friday. You mind if I perform? I'm like, I don't see why not. You're going to have to go last, though. I go, yeah, I'll go last. Now, that used to be an issue with me and Rainbow, because he never wanted to go last. Never,
now he knows
ever wanted to go
Well, he
last.
figures he's closing the show out. He's like the headline.
Yeah.
Well, no, he never wanted to go last because I'm tired. I'm too fucking tired. I don't want to be up all day. Like that. Like we would get in arguments about this. I'm like, dude, then you're not performing. I don't want you to go first. You're gonna go last.
Yeah.
You know, because if you go on, you're gonna clear out this whole room. All right. they're gonna
That's a
laugh.
good way to end the night with Rainbow. I gotta tell you, it works every time.
It works every time. Not only that, but everybody leaves. So you don't have too many stragglers kicking around if Rainbow's up there singing.
I don't know with this crowd.
You
will.
play drums. I sing. Okay, ready? We do it. 1, 2, 3, go. And he just starts. Well, he saves to the end.
Wait, but he
that's
played
awesome.
Teen Spirit the other day.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he
Well, that
did.
just
Actually
goes-
played a song.
Yeah, he played a
Well, he
real
wants the
song,
radio
yeah.
played while he sings, or at least the DJ equipment.
But it was Rainbow's version,
Sure.
so you know.
It was Rainbow's
Right.
version.
When the lights out, it's dangerous. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I just say we put like a metal band behind him and let him go.
Yeah.
He would kill. He would kill.
At least they won't
Every
hear.
band in Utica's basically made a song for Rainbow to
Yeah.
play along with.
Right.
They're used to him coming around. I mean,
Great.
Which is really cool.
I can't imagine
Yeah,
anybody not
I
inviting
think
him on
that's
the
great.
stage at this
Everyone
point.
embraces.
My
Rainbow.
joke used to be he's opened up for more national acts than
Yeah.
anybody.
Probably.
Yes. I mean, Mo's had him up on stage at Modown before doing
Really?
the national
Yeah,
anthem.
Oh.
That's awesome.
I mean, he's
The
been.
national anthem.
Oh, yeah. But that
Did he
was.
scream the whole thing? Or
Well, that was my fault,
Did he?
too.
Was it better than Rosie O'Donnell's version?
It's really, really bad, actually.
Roseanne Barr.
It was
Oh,
my
no,
fault.
whatever. Yeah, Roseanne Barr.
yeah.
It was my fault. Well, that was the same year we were running him for mayor and, being under a few substances, if you will. We thought it was a good idea to wake Rainbow up at 3 a.m. and go campaigning. And so we did. We woke him up, and he was quick to get up. Yeah, let's go.
Well, he's not going to pick out a wardrobe because he's just going to wear what he wore.
Right. And there was no
Before that.
wardrobe. He
Rainbow,
didn't-
you're naked. Put pants on.
Honestly, when you know what he brought to mow down with it, like he brought a bunch of cigarettes and all his busted up instruments, and that was it. That's all he brought with him because I had to bring him there.
Well,
So-
he needed a strap for his guitar the other day, so I didn't have anything.
To give
so
him
I
a shoestring?
makeshifted a bunch of trash bags and tied them together, and he's still using it. They work good, bro. It's very comfortable. It's very comfortable. I like it.
I seen somebody tune his guitar the other day. I'm like, he's just gonna untune it.
What are you going to tune it? Tuning Rainbow's guitar is like trying to teach.
Like polishing a turd.
One day he's sitting there detuning his instrument, detuning the guitar. I'm going down. And I'm
That's right.
And I look at him and go, Rainbow, what the hell are you doing? He goes, making it sound psychedelic.
I did with that evil cackle at the end. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's
I love it. I love it.
Great.
It's not a Rainbow statement unless he laughs at the end.
yeah.
right?
Right.
But you brought it up earlier, though. Like, every now and then, he will blow your mind with, like, some
Oh, he'll
random
go off on
philosophy.
tangents.
Oh, yeah.
And some
Oh,
random
I won't get
philosophy.
into politics because, and then he'll explain why. He knows it's corrupt. And blah, blah, blah. He doesn't want anything to do with it. I just want to spread love. I give my music to everybody, and everybody love me for my music and me.
And me.
Oh.
And that's it.
And I'm Rainbow.
Rainbow Young.
Not gonna have a cigarette.
Yes. Yeah.
Nasnoya.
No, he'll actually say, Paul, smoke, Paul.
Yeah, he knows my name.
You want Chinese baby?
It took a year. It took
He
a
knows
year.
your name?
It took a year.
Oh, that's huge,
He knows his
actually.
name.
But he blew my mind a couple months ago when he came in. He knew that I had 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl. One was in college, and how much money you spent on tuition? And he's like, no money in the pockets, and I was like, how
Well,
did
he's
he
spent it all in
remember
OTB.
that? Like, it was crazy, and that's why I was telling Paul, I was like, he remembers everything. I don't care what people think.
That's crazy, yeah.
He's pretty smart.
He still calls me G.
G.
Why did he call you G?
It's like his.
He can't say Z.
He can't say Z.
He
It's G.
can't say my name. He just called me Rata. What's up, Rata? Like, what's up, Rainbow?
How many
Well, all this
Chinese,
hype about
how many
Rainbow,
Chinese
man.
babies have you committed with him so far?
Oh, yeah. He comes in. He does that to a couple of the girls too.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
You be baby on my mother?
Yeah.
Like you my baby on my mother?
Yeah.
So we do got to announce we're gonna have a special appearance by Rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
But I
It's
got
gonna
a
be
feel,
at
Like
the
it
end
or
of the
not,
day.
we have it. It's happening.
yeah.
I got a feeling with this crowd coming, they're not.
That big thing at the Stanley, they dropped that big banner behind him and they like showcased him, didn't they? That way he was
That
like
was
the
something
Rainbow
I think
Young Orchestra?
That was
Robin
the-
did with the tram.
the Rom-
he did something.
Oh,
yeah,
the
the
10-year
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 anniversary,
anniversary.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yep.
they did some things for him.
And every musician in the city got up with him.
the Rainbow Young Orchestra.
Wow, that's crazy.
The orchestra.
Rainbow Young-
I wasn't
That's
there
what
to
it
see that. It must have been
It
amazing.
reminded me of one of the worst acid trips I've ever had. Fact of life.
How long did it go for? Was it
Oh,
like
my
a
God.
quick thing? It was like,
No,
it goes
It was
on.
too long.
Like if he'll close out the tram, it goes on.
It was 20 minutes too long.
oh my God.
20 minutes.
He loves
20
to go
minutes,
there.
But he's excited, and I'm glad he's excited to be a part of it, and rightfully so. He should be there. He stalked me for like a year before I even opened that place. Like, when you open, I need to play. You know. So yeah, we could. You know, the one time I did have Rainbow on the show, he
Play one song and
he bounced on us because he didn't want to talk about anything. Because I know his whole history. I wanted to really I wanted to, you know, create some good content with this. I wanted to tell
you
his
had him-
story.
He wouldn't talk.
He wouldn't talk. He just wanted to play. He just
He
like
bounced.
strummed his guitar, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, all right, sit down. I want to talk about your mental problems. No. I'm not here to talk about the past. I'm not. And I'm like, all right. And I gave him a bag of cans that we had in the back, and he left.
He goes, I'm not crazy. Everybody else crazy. I'm not crazy.
Yeah.
He rock starred us, though. He did.
I love this city. I love people. I love people. I have to be people.
He did. He rock starred us, though. But all's fair, though. We love him, though. But yeah. But Friday night it's on, guys. It's
This is
definitely
it.
on, and I'm really excited. And thanks for opening up your doors to all of us and my crazy friends
Dude,
and family.
I couldn't
Yeah,
thank you
for
more,
sure.
man. It's been an honor just getting this ready. I just want to make sure I accommodate everybody. Everybody has a great time, and they feel the nostalgia, and they feel the new as well, and realize that, hey, we got a place again.
Yeah.
right, place to call home.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we got a bunch of big announcements we're going to be making at Wakeleys. We're
Nice.
going to do it there and talk about what we got going on here at the D. And we've got a bunch of good stuff happening. So if you want to get involved in what we got going on, come to Wakeleys on Friday. We're going to be...
mention you're going to be live too, right?
I'm just about to say that.
Broadcasting.
Yeah. Right around 7 o'clock. We're going to do about an hour. I think we'll do about an hour. Man, who knows? Maybe we'll do hits periodically throughout the night. Probably, we're definitely going to do hits periodically throughout the night.
They
but
may
we're
be a
gonna
little blurred and drunken. But
it might not make any sense.
Yeah.
hey, guys, I love you.
But before we get shit-faced, we're going to do a podcast right around 7 o'clock. And it'll be good. And you can come and hang out with us and Logan and Marissa, of course. I actually rather have Marissa than you two. So,
That's what the face of Wakely did.
absolutely. I mean,
Much
we got
better looking than me.
we got a full staff, and we're ready to roll. Is the staff ready to roll?
Staff is ready.
Ready
I'm
Friday.
taking some people out of retirement for this one. This is
Wow.
going to be good, man.
Logan, you're going to be running, kid. You're going to be running.
I'm
Trial by
already
fire.
sprinting.
Trial by fire. This kid's ready.
It's going to be awesome. It's this Friday at Wakely, 700 Varick Street, the EC, the Electric Company Reunion Party. Because there ain't no party like a EC party, because the EC party don't stop. It never stopped, actually. It continued on here to Disruption Network.
Our guys from the baseline say they're going to be there.
Yeah, they're definitely going to be there. They were locals and, they were regulars, I should
Oh,
say,
yeah.
at the EC
Well,
all the time.
and Gaffney played there quite often.
Yeah, the Crazy Fools, which we're going to have the Crazy Fools come play at Wakely's one of these days, too.
Let's roll.
Yeah. They used to do my Christmas party every Christmas night. It would be packed, 300 people every Christmas night with the Crazy Fools. It was like a tradition thing. So who knows? Maybe we could bring that tradition along again. I don't know. We'll
I'm
talk
here,
about
bro.
it.
As long as I'm here, you can count on it.
Have your people contact my people, and we'll do lunch.
I'm his people.
Actually, Pelagi's more of my people now.
We'll see you across the street.
Yeah. Was it?
Can't say.
Oh,
It's a cliffhanger kind of ending.
Ah.
A few people have asked me, as the first short film I've ever done, and I want to leave the audience like, because I almost didn't stay in the theater. I was very nervous through the whole thing. And no money, right? 1 month and 8 days writing to premiere. It was insane. And did it, and I'm hoping they buy into it. And as soon as it went black, like everyone yeah, clapped and oh, thank God, they liked it. but I can't say who. I don't know. I wrote it,
Was
so
it
I
you?
don't know. No, I do make a cameo in the short film.
Oh, you do?
I don't last long though.
Oh, you don't?
So he does die.
But it's not.
Well, that's what I heard about you.
Killed it.
But I can't say. Yeah. So.
All right.
The guys from
So
Base-
when's
Set
the
and
next one
sober.
coming out?
Still shooting twice because my makeup guy couldn't make it, and then now the main character, who's doing some work for Cuomo and stuff, can't do it because his schedule's all over the place.
Fuck
So,
Cuomo.
I agree, but I'm looking for a main actor if anyone wants to work for free, for a day. So
Right on.
let me know.
She already starred in some indie films before. And
Have you really?
Just
I have an
just
actress.
one.
I already have
Just
the
one.
actress.
But
I need a male.
if any time in the future,
I can do some rewrites though.
Oh, sure. Just genderfy people.
Yeah, no, that's not.
What a genderfiest.
wait a minute, you said female and male. That's not politically correct anymore, man. You cannot specify gender.
You'll just be
anymore.
there. Is that fair to say?
That
You'll just be
sounds
you.
Good.
What was the thing? Was it no budget television?
Oh,
You guys remember that?
It was
I
so
do.
many
I do.
months ago.
Vaguely.
They put a videotape back in the days where there were remember
It was
videotapes?
no budget television.
You got one in the oven. Congratulations,
yeah.
Kalandra.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
cool.
that was a long time ago, but it was a small part. But
Nice. We got to film this on Friday. You coming Friday?
I have family coming in.
Oh, bring them.
Perfect reason to leave.
there you go.
My grandmother is making a huge Italian dinner.
Bring her and
Well,
dinner.
And all the food.
once you said Italian dinner, I don't blame for not coming, man.
It's, the lasagna, breaded chicken,
You can bring it all.
greens, pasta,
Bring it
That's what I'm talking about.
and then the appetizers. And and then my grandmother's like, oh, you need to lose weight, but here's more meatballs.
Come on,
Doing
come
to me.
on, Jeff.
Story of our life.
that's how
In my house, we used to have weigh-ins every Sunday
Before and after.
before, to see who gained the most weight, and then the one who'd gained the most weight would have to do the most chores. But then again, every night the plates were full, man.
Oh, yeah.
If you don't
that's
finish
right.
the plate, it's an insult.
And it
Oh,
makes
yeah.
me laugh because I'll go
You
to
get
my
a scoff.
grandmother's.
Yep.
Like during the week, she goes, I don't have a lot. Then she'll pull 10 things out of the freezer. I'm like, I thought you didn't have any.
Yeah.
She literally has 2 refrigerators, one a full freezer, one a refrigerator freezer, and then the fridge upstairs, all filled with food.
Yeah, that's my mother-in-law.
That's
So
my mom.
that's my mother-in-law
yeah.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, my mother. I
You're
mean,
my
I'm sorry.
mother. Yeah.
I'll walk into my mother's house and she'll go, "I'm not cooking you anything." As she gets something out of the freezer,
Yeah.
"You're not here to eat," and then there's a steak in front of me 5 minutes later.
My mother's like, oh, I'm just putting something together, and she'll have this like whole buffet of food.
Yeah, and there's just 2 people, and you're like,
Mom, we can't eat all
Can't
this.
eat all
who are
that.
we expecting?
Remember that great scene in Goodfellas when they were out and they just went to the mother's house to
Yeah.
eat,
Yes.
to pick up a shovel?
Why don't
Yes.
you settle with a nice girl? It's like, "Ma, I settle with a nice.
It is funny
Who wants
because
a wing? Who wants a wing? Hey,
my grandmother is very OCD about her fridge because she has everything just so. As soon as I open it, she goes, "Tell me what you want. Don't move it. Just
Yeah,
tell me what you
yeah.
want." Like, I don't know, Grandma. I'm just looking. She goes, "Okay. I got pasta. I got egg salad. I got chicken salad. What do you want?" I'm like, "I don't know. I just look. Want cheese? I got cheese. Fresh cheese from Syracuse. Okay, I got those olives too.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
It's always
So-
got to be the name dropping. Though.
It's-
With all the name, I got Cora tomatoes. I got
yeah.
but then my mother put the price tag at the end. This steak costs
Yeah.
$12.99. You enjoy every bit of it.
yes. yes.
Eat that bone. What are you doing with that
Can you
grizzle?
believe 2 cents a pound? It's crazy.
Give it to the dog.
Yeah.
See, my mother was like set up booby traps. You open up the fridge and shit just falls out. You gotta like open up a cupboard and you gotta like hold your hand up there.
That sounds like our house.
I was gonna say, I think that's
You guys are making me hungry right now. I
Definitely
get totally
eating
hungry
Italian
right
tonight.
now. For sure. But Friday night, let's get, this what a great day we had today, huh?
Yeah, it was busy, but
Busy,
good. Fun.
busy. First, we started off talking to John Nolan from Taking Back Sunday. Big show going on next Saturday at the Saranac Brewery. Plenty of tickets still available, so make sure you go out and support Taking Back Sunday. Also, we had Christopher Wolfe on. Well, that was a great conversation with his baby kicking around in the background. She was super cute. She was. And it was cool to talk to him. He was in Sharknado, Parks and Rec, and
Yeah, it was fun.
did a bunch of comedy stuff. And then you guys capping it all off, man. So
Well,
what a
dude,
great day.
Like I said, it's you, brother. You made this happen.
yeah.
I don't know about that, but you guys came in. So, but no, what a great day. It's been a lot of fun, and you can't forget about the party on Friday. We've been talking about it for the last hour. We got a big old party.
Just say it right now, we will rule Varick Street on Friday night.
I'll probably.
I think so too. I think it's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I've been hearing a lot of people talking about it. I know a lot of my friends went out and got babysitters and
Yeah.
so they can come out to this event.
Awesome.
You're driving that night, baby. She was like, let's just get Uber.
Yeah, right.
I'm
Have
gonna
you
fall asleep.
recruited any of your old bar runners back in the day?
They're all coming. Except for
they?
the ones in New Jersey. They want to know if they can hop behind the bar for a little bit for old time's sake. Johnson's like, hey, you think maybe they let me behind the bar for old time's sake? I was like, why, so you could just wait on the girls like you used to?
I can
Well, I
just see
thought
him
you
coming.
meant the bar runners actually got on the bar and ran up and down.
Oh, no, I'm talking bartenders. No, I actually used to have a little guy who used to go
Yeah,
up and down
I would love to see. That would be so cool.
Maybe.
Johnson just rip his sleeves off, jump
Yeah,
in the bar.
Johnson used to, wait, hang on. They come out like Hulk Hogan, rip off his shirt. Hilarious. But,
It's like fighting a war when you're behind and you're trying to keep up. It's like
Oh, yeah.
I equate it to war.
Yeah.
I mean, not like violent like a war, but you got to keep up, man. You got to be on point,
Yeah.
Right.
and everybody's waving the money at you, and like you can't even look up because once you catch eyes with somebody, you got to get that drink.
you want to kill people.
And you know what? I just want to hit them all. And it's more the more patient people are, the better. I mean, no matter, even if you have 4 bartenders, sometimes.
You got to learn this.
Yeah.
You see.
Yeah.
You see.
You see.
Oh,
That was
that's
the
what they're
silent-
trying to tell me all that time.
Yeah. No, they're not trying to give you a hand job or anything.
You just come out the right and be like, you see.
Yeah. It's all in the wrist.
So what do you think? I should get an abundance of cans for this, or
Yeah, I would.
I would go
or
again.
do you want to just stick with the
Hands
draft?
or
thing?
draft, whatever. It don't matter.
I was thinking of it. We have
Yeah,
some plethora of certain liquors that we sell quite often that we have an abundance of, like Maker's Mark. Maybe we could do like a shot and beer special. You know?
Yeah, whatever.
Little JMO.
Jameson was the big one
I was
over
gonna
there.
say, what was the
Jaeg-
most popular?
Jaeger and
then?
Jameson.
The
JMO,
Jaeger,
and
JMO.
I think
We
it
could
was.
totally do like a UC JMO or UC, Jaeger shot special or something like that to just bring back the nostalgia of BC.
So we got to
you know?
stock up
Yeah,
on the Jaeger again
definitely
because I
think of
haven't.
something fun.
We don't really sell Jaeger that often.
Grab a bottle or two.
Yeah, we don't,
wouldn't-
but you know
I wouldn't
what?
Go too crazy.
We're dusting it off for
Yeah.
BC.
No, we keep it in the cooler. We still got it. It's ice cold.
I'm getting shitty.
You
I'm
guys-
telling you right now.
So you've been in this bar business for a little while. Is it weird? Would you judge someone if they just got a tequila with ice and nothing else?
Well, if you
Not
said
at all.
if you said tequila
We've seen it
rose,
all,
then
bro.
yes.
No, like a Patron or
Okay.
Like, how do you mean? Like a shot of tequila with a glass of ice, or
On the rocks?
just a
on the
single on the
tequila
rocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
we
means
get
you're a
people that do that all
connoisseur
the
of
time.
our tequila selections. That's what you should. We got.
I'm a big fan of
Yeah,
tequila.
I think we have over. Well, we had. I don't
16,
know.
17.
Well, no, actually. Well, I don't know about now, but we did have almost 32.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my
Because when we
God.
have Cinco de Mayo, I actually took a picture of our menu, and we had 32 selections.
Wow.
of tequila.
That's
But
great.
it may have
Yeah.
changed. Sometimes we tend to not get back in something that's obviously not a big seller. or
What's your
whatever,
go-to for
but-
tequila?
My go-to is the Patron, but
Tequila rose actually is.
I can't remember. I was just at my buddy's house, and he's like, if you want some good stuff, it's like I got some really good tequila,
But the Cabo Wabo.
and I can't remember.
We
the
sold
name
out of that one night
Yeah,
from
Cabo Wabo.
customers.
Yeah.
But it's the smoothest liquor I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
have
fantastic.
you ever tried Grand Patron?
Grand.
No,
$25 a shot.
no way.
Guaranteed to make you naked.
How much for a single?
Yeah.
For a single shot is $25.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like a $600 bottle.
Yeah,
It's-
that's crazy.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Charlie Orlando
Could
just
you-
checking in.
Could you give me a teaspoon?
One time my son poured a few of them by
Just a
mistake, and we're still
much
talking
for a
about
teaspoon?
that. Remember that?
It's
The
like
teaspoon is
$3
50,
for
yeah.
that little lick, and that's it. So-
We'll see on Friday night how drunk we get. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm psyched, man. And one more time, thanks again for letting us throw this party at Wakeleys, the
Man,
Electric
it's
Company
been
reunion
everything I've
party.
been looking
It
for.
is
Thank you,
on
guys.
this weekend, baby. Peter Prince, Moon Boot Lover, providing the entertainment, as well as DJ East One, and then Rainbow will be kicking you out. It's better than a bouncer kicking you out, right? And we'll have Rainbow play, and
He'll just yell.
usually when he
Sure.
plays, everybody leaves.
Yeah.
But it's all going down Friday night. I am super excited. Again, it's only a $5 cover. We're going to start the music right around 8 o'clock. You're going to start spinning around 8 o'clock. Peter Prince around 9 o'clock. But before all that, we're going to be doing live podcasting from, I want to do it right in that window, too. If we can open up
Yeah.
the window and just kind of hang out there and just chill and do some live
You'll probably have
podcasting.
50 people in front of the window just hanging out with you.
Yeah, it'll be great, man. It'll be great. And I am looking forward to seeing a bunch of my old friends. So if you're watching this podcast, please spread the word.
Yep.
And you could do that all by clicking that share button right there. Click that share button, get it out, help spread the word on the EC Reunion Party and Wakeleys
Yes.
and Disruption Network and Mike Pileggi as well, too. And spread the word on Mike Pileggi. So,
Just I'm here.
And Paul, like you mentioned, you're having bands, right? New bands. Where can they reach you if they want to play?
We got it's right on our website on Wakeleys on Verk.
Facebook
on
page.
Facebook page.
Yeah.
And we have a new email that we established, and they could find that right on the link.
What is the email? You don't know?
Booking at Wakeleys on Verk, something of the sort, and it's I don't know right offhand.
awesome. We're going to do some fun things, man. I've got a lot of things up my sleeves, and we'll talk about that and when we make our announcements and
Might
stuff.
get a band that does Rage.
Oh, yeah.
It's the Machine with
We got
brass.
Oh yes.
Have you seen that? Brass Against the Machine? Have you seen those guys?
I've talked to them 2 times now.
They're awesome.
If I can
They're
get
down
them
in the
here
city.
cheap, I would love to do it.
That would be sick.
Just to get them exposure. And
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That would be
I would
sick.
love to see them on the Saranac stage.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine that.
Oh, I know. That would be ridiculous.
And that chick singer, she really nails it.
Crushes it.
She nails it.
She does. She crushes him.
Or
Awesome, man.
they say these days. Back in the day when you said you killed it used to mean you really messed it up. But now when you say they killed it, it's a good thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not
Kilt it.
killed it.
Kilt it.
There's a T in there.
There's a
Yeah,
T in
turn-
there. Yeah.
So they're talking
You
about
gotta get it
kilts. But,
no.
I'm still
That's
out
true.
of
Like
it.
all the stuff that was like negative back in the day is like, because the way I grew up, it was always, oh, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
I still
yeah,
say
right.
that.
Dick was always
Yeah.
good. But
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
it
dope.
probably means bad.
Right. Well, if you're a doctor and you say we killed it, it's not good. If you're in the entertainment world and say you killed it, yeah, you did really good.
True.
You're full of it today, Philip Pileggi, I'll tell you.
I got new material I need to work on. So
Yeah,
just-
you're
I'm
doing
just
good.
getting it out there.
You're doing good. Keep up the good work. Any closing words before we cut it out?
Bueller?
Fun?
Reminiscent and bringing it back and making a stand, damn it.
Yeah.
Making a stand.
Yeah.
And
I like
showing
it.
Just
showing Wakeleys is there for the people, man. The people's place, the people's bar.
I like it.
Yes.
And you won't come to another bar and get drinks that she can make too. So she's
Oh.
test her up with them.
Oh.
Well, we're going to put her to the test.
Can you make it UC?
I can totally make it, you see.
Sweet. I'm in.
And once again, I got my boy with me. He's going to be going back to Brooklyn, Pratt, and
Wow.
he's here tuning his skills as a bartender. And someday you're going to see his name,
Yeah.
in a
Big
Star Wars
screen.
movie or
Hell
some
yeah.
Pixar movie, bro.
Well, don't
You guys
forget
should get together. You guys could.
Don't
Yeah,
forget
yeah.
about your friends at the
Yeah.
D there,
Yeah.
Logan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I already talked about a few ideas we'll go over after the
Yeah,
show.
we can
He's a
stream a
perfect-
bunch of your stuff, man.
Whatever he does, he makes sure it's perfect, or he does not put it out.
Nice.
I just care about the red carpet parties when he gets big, because like I
He's
want
gonna bring his
like
mom.
a Dolce Gabbana dress or something. Don't forget about your mom. That's
Nobody brings
How
it.
could you forget about your mom? Don't you ever forget.
I
Don't
mean, for
forget
the
where.
red carpet, you know.
And don't forget where you came from, kid.
Always.
Yeah.
You give him the old man.
Just bring the red carpet here.
Right. Right.
We're making our carpets red now.
Yeah.
We'll make a movie about Utica. That should really hit it
Yeah.
off really well.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Well, we got 2 aspiring film artists right here.
Yeah, there we go.
You never
Yeah.
know,
Sure.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And call me. You know, you need a extra whatever.
Yeah.
We need a tattooed guy. Call me.
If you need a voiceover, I mean, you know.
I was
Vin
no
Diesel-
joke
Vin
when he
Diesel over
first started
here.
talking. I was like, he could do voiceover.
You got good
Yeah,
pipes.
He could, yeah.
Yeah,
You
he's
do.
always been told that.
My father told me I
his
should have
dad
went
told
into
him. Yeah,
radio.
his dad
Yeah.
always told him.
Yeah,
to go
God.
my
back.
mother always said I had a face for radio too. I never figured that one.
All right, repeat after me. You're in the middle of a 40-minute commercial-free music marathon.
You're in the middle of a 40-minute free, commercial-free. Forget about it. Forget about it.
Get
huh?
out of it.
When I make my answer machine messages, it usually takes 40, 50 tries.
Yeah.
Before
Hey there, hi there, ho there,
Yeah,
ladies
but
and
he
gentlemen.
really gets into the message though. He'll like really go even like 10 times deeper, and I'm just like.
And by the
is
time I'm
that
done, I'm just screaming. Well, no, thank you very much.
He gets mad because so many times he had to like do.
And they're all
retakes.
laughing.
But when
at me.
Rainbow calls, he understands them completely.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Right.
I'm like, you sound really angry. Can you change the message?
I did 16 times.
Could you just remove the word damn and the leave the damn message?
Yeah.
You're calling freaking Wakeleys.
Well, people, we're just about out of time. We got to hand it off to Wrestle Fandom Radio. It's going to be happening tonight. And they're going live. They're going to be live on all the social media platforms as well as clipping their podcast.
Speaking of pipes, Rated R's got a set of pipes on him.
He does. And Rated R, one of the hosts of Wrestle Fandom Radio, going to be kicking it all off right around 6 o'clock. So tune in for all you wrestling fans. Check in, see what's going on around the world of professional wrestling. There was a big pay-per-view this past weekend, and it probably was subpar like it usually is, but NXT's kicking their ass. But anyways, they're going to be joining up here right around 6 o'clock, Wrestle Fandom Radio. I want to remind everybody to listen to this podcast and previous podcasts on demand at DisruptionNetwork.net. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can pretty much listen to this podcast pretty much wherever podcasts are heard. iTunes and Google Play. And Spotify, all that stuff. So yeah, that's where we're located. And then we got to mention tomorrow, Peter Prince from Moon Boot Lover will be on to talk about our big party that we're having Friday night at Wakeleys, 700 Varick Street. Kicking it all off would be DJ East One around 8 o'clock, spinning and doing his thing. So we're going to have a good old time Friday night at Wakeleys. Speaking of Wakeleys, we got the crew in the house. I want to thank you guys again one more time.
Thank you, man.
Thank
For
you.
coming in and
guys.
joining us and
Appreciate
hanging
it.
out with us.
Absolutely.
Gabe, you're bringing me home Friday night, right?
One of us will bring you home.
Somebody is.
Rainbow will give you a ride
Yeah.
home. Don't worry.
I need a ride home, lost. I need a ride home.
And I forgot to mention, too, we also got Root Shock coming on tomorrow, too, so that's going to be awesome. I'm really excited to see Root Shock come in here in the studio and talk about what they got going on, because they really, really are a hot band. Hot band, and hopefully we'll have them at Wakeleys down the road. So, yeah, good.
Just thank you for your support and backing us up, man, and making this all a reality. It's just going to rock it. Chicken, brother,
Bro,
nothing but love.
thank you. Same here.
Yes.
We're going to kill it. It's going to be fun.
It'll be a lot of
Thanks,
fun.
guys. Much love, much respect to all of you.
guys.
And we will see you tomorrow, EC Radio. See ya.
Peace.
Thank you.
You know what the hell you're listening to?
It's EC Radio.
Never you mind what I'm making. You should spend some time taking a personal inventory of what you're doing for the betterment of society.
Get excited. It's the Electric Company Reunion Party Friday, July 20th at Wakeleys, 700 Varick Street. That's right, 700 Varick Street, the old EC. We're getting the gang back together, and we're partying old EC style. Peter Prince and Moon Boot Lover will be providing the live entertainment. It's only a $5 cover at the door. Live broadcast from the D, raffles, games, prizes, and a few special announcements we're going to be making on this night. Get excited, because you know there ain't no party like an EC party, because an EC party don't stop. Friday, July 20th at Wakeleys. See you there.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
Hi, this is attorney Nick Pasalacqua. The team of attorneys I have assembled at Pasalacqua, members of our team include former assistant district attorneys, now fighting to protect your rights 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you or someone you love been seriously injured in a motor vehicle accident? Members of the team at Pasalacqua Associates include former insurance defense attorneys, now fighting to ensure that you get every penny you're entitled to. If you need legal help quick, don't waste your time or money calling anyone else. Remember, for legal help quick, you better call Nick and the team at Pasalacqua Associates. 315-500-NICK or 315-500-6425 or visit cnytriallaw.com today.